Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Holly's Adventures, and this is somebody who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter in the Tuber Chat family for quite some time. It's probably overdue that I'm actually featuring their channel because they've been here so frequently. So they have 420 subscribers right now, and what they bring to us more than anything else is video gameplay. Anything from Final Fantasy to a lot of the Legend of Zelda videos that you can see on their front page they've been doing lately. But if we scroll through their content, we're going to find a little bit more. Once in a while they'll take us outdoors, especially if they happen to be on vacation or maybe even taking a cruise. So I hope everybody will enjoy the variety in videos that you find when you get here. And Holly's Adventures has also got some shorts happening. We see that these are starting to pop into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streams are something that is fairly frequent for this creator with more video gameplay. So I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with them as well. We'd love to push them towards the 500 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got quite a few names on my newly fixed Wheel of Doom that we blew into smithereens the other day, and boy, was that feeling like an eternity. I don't know what it is over the last year, but every time I get knocked out by a cold or the thing, if it's that, then it seems to be about 2 weeks before I can get my voice back, and I really wasn't feeling too terribly. I know a few people reached out, so thank you for that. But it's just the voice. You can hear still, it's not 100%, but we're going to try to get through a stream for today. We've got a couple days off, and then the weekend will come. Today, we actually have a long afternoon because Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He is a dedicated and beloved moderator, but Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has got a live stream that will come up after 4 o'clock, kind of a Q&A about his channel, and he's done that many times. We'll go over there and visit him. You'll be able to continue meeting friends and family members the same way that we do here. So we expect to be here for about 3 hours, and then we'll head over to Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. So thank you everybody for coming in so early. I've got quite a few names on the newly fixed wheel so far, but I'm going to add a few more. Lisa J. Stocks is here. We always put members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then, pardon me, I'm just missing a channel here. Dutchfly61 is here. We actually featured that channel the other day. Skywatching channel, actually. And then Home Bartending with John and What the Flock were both early in the door. Cricket 208 and the Bullock Experience were also early with Butler Family Farm and Yellow Shirt Dad. So they're all on the wheel right now. Now, you do not have to super chat on this channel or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. We're going to be here, like I said, probably 2.5 to 3 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen. After a long period of time, usually an hour to 2 hours, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. So the hint in that is to stay in conversation with other channels. The more you interact with others, the more my robot in the background keeps track of everything. You'll rise up a list that I have that I look at to drag names off of to put them on the wheel, if that makes any sense. So we'll do that in a little while. But thank you everybody for coming in. I know the Stock Explorer is here as both a moderator and a member, actually. And we were together for a few minutes. I knew I would not the other day have been able to get through a 3-hour stream with my voice yet on Sunday, but we did join Garden State Gardener for a few minutes, about 20 minutes I think we were on there together, Nora the Stock Explorer and myself, and that was kind of cool because we just did an interview on Nora's channel. We call it an interview, but it's really just a conversation between friends. But we talked for about 2 hours about YouTube and Nora's YouTube journey and my own as well. But it was good to reconnect on Joe's channel, Garden State Gardener. He's a dear friend to both of us. Janet, Homestead Where You Are, thank you so much for the super chat. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up next before I start spinning the wheel. We always put super chatters up right away And then we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But again, you do not have to be a member or super chat to get on the wheel or the screen. It just takes a long period of time. I know we've got lots more channels in the house. Michael's Adventures sends his regards. He can't be here today just due to a work schedule. He's another beloved and dedicated moderator, but on the days he can't be here, he always makes sure that I remember to let everybody know that he's thinking about us, and he will be back as soon as he can, likely on the weekend, when we celebrate our 3-year anniversary, which is now going to be a week late, but I will accept everybody's forgiveness. I usually don't like to move things around. I want everything to be 100% authentic and accurate, but you know, I had to take the weekend off, so we'll do it this week, and I will appreciate everybody who can make it in. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network is in the house. Good to see you here. Slight name change, but Bayou Bengal's been a longtime friend that brings fantasy football into the Tuber Chat family. Canadian Family Life is back with Carlene Geisha. Good to see you in the house. Cruising Scene and Destination Fun both have similar content and are both very active in both the Tuber Chat community and the small YouTuber community. Lark's Homesteadish streams almost every day. More to Life is brand new to Tuber Chat today. Mr. Timmy Ray the King is a longtime friend. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been with us from the beginning. Russian Wind Mountain, good to see you in the house. Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore is also here. The Gaming Ham is a longtime dear friend. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina has been making frequent appearances lately. You Knew is a longtime friend, and Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I see Frank Terzo just came in. Jamie Hart is here. I've got to get them onto the wheel as they happen to be a member. And I could be missing some activity in the chat. So if anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Metrosonic is a 16-year veteran on YouTube and will be celebrating their 17th anniversary, I believe, this August. It's good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I see Conspiracy Music is here as well. And then next up is going to be Janet Homestead, Where You Are. But right now we're looking at Holly's Adventures, and I feature a different channel every single day here on Tuber Chat based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. I do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, which you have seen. And we do that so that you can literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. Mental Mastery Academy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And oh yeah, Wayne's World Unlimited. It will take 20 minutes. I do appreciate everybody's patience for anybody that might be waiting in the background, but I promise you that feature that YouTube gives us helps a lot with trolling and spam and all that other fun stuff. So next up is Janet Homestead, Where You Are. Thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that before. Janet Homestead, Where You Are is somebody who's very active in the small YouTuber community, but also in the homesteading community, and she has a very interesting twist on homesteading on her channel. Now, I know I'm behind. First thing I'm going to do is set my notification for your live stream, but I'm going to hit the videos page, and I'm going to take your second latest video just because it's a few minutes longer than the latest one. I'm going to add this into a special playlist that I use called Catch Up. That's my catch up list, so I can keep caught up with creators. But what we find when we get to Janet Homestead, Where You Are is the idea that we can engage in homesteading activities no matter the size of our space or home or property or what have you. So here in the Tuber Chat family, we've got everybody from, you know, people living in apartments like myself to people possibly even temporarily living in either a van or a mobile home, or up to 116 acres is the largest property that I know of. So everything here in between, and a lot of homesteading friends and channels are a part of the Tuber Chat community. They make up actually a big percentage these days. And what I find from the creators behind these channels, with Janet Homestead, Where You Are very much included, and probably a perfect example of what I'm going to describe, is a lot of the creators behind these channels seem to have a very generous instinct to want to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. And that's what we find when we get to Janet Homestead, where you are. You can get more information on their About page, of course. But you can see that they're going to bring us canning, dehydrating, fermenting, chickens, ducks, geese, cooking, meal planning, winemaking, do-it-yourself projects, YouTube tips, and much more fun. So I'm looking forward to their live stream, which is going to be in a few days. So hopefully we'll be able to catch that. And as you can see, they've got shorts, videos, and live streams for us to enjoy. They've passed their 1,000 subscribers, and we'd love to see them move towards the 1,100 we know they're thinking about. Beverly Moffat, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then yeah, to be Irish Live, hopefully you're doing okay now, but it's good to have you back. Woman Outdoors is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel, and we're going to make extra sure we're staying hydrated today. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, and then the gaming ham. Okay, that's unfortunate, but if anything's up, I hope you'll reach out to me on Instagram and let me know if there's anything up that I can be of any help with or anything like that. To be Irish Live is in the house. Oh, I see. Yes, the gaming ham. That can be rough. I promise you. I know what some of that is like. It can be different. It's part of the negative side of YouTube, unfortunately. I find that the worst of the worst, this goes like basically for everybody here, when you see things like trolling and bullying and things like that, unfortunately, you know, YouTube gives us a couple of tools that can barely help, but and forgive my sarcasm while I say that, but it's a very frustrating thing. But I find that the worst of the worst usually dissipates after about 2 weeks. And the reason why I say that to you is, I promise you, after being on YouTube for 6 years, I've seen a lot. I've gotten some of it myself. It continues today. But it's, like I said, unfortunately, somewhat expected at some point. But, and evil as it is, like I said, the worst of the worst dissipates after 2 weeks. A lot of it is actually not personal. So sometimes when a troll comes into a channel, they learn the first names of a couple of people who are there, but they're really just acting out. It's like class clowns or something like that. And they just move from channel to channel to channel. They're just trying to get a rise out of everybody. Not as often as it seems is it actually personal, but I know that that can be a part of it as well. So that's unfortunate. I don't want to go too far into that, because like I said, it's, you know, a negative aspect. We're hoping that there's a lot more positive than negative, but yeah, if you want to reach out to me on another network, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. You knew, good to see you in the house, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up right now, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put super chatters on the screen as soon as that happens, and we also put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. You'll notice that Bautissimo dropped a link for you new as soon as that happened. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And when possible, forgive me, so this, you know, I try not to give out too much actual advice or tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but we'll put it this way. In my experience, I find that ignoring is the very best thing to do when it comes to any kind of trolling or anything like that. And I know it's difficult. I promise you. I know, you know, the best of the best know how to really push people's buttons and things like this. They almost become experts. It's very sad, really. But if possible, When things like that happen, please do not engage. And if you're on YouTube long enough, if you stick around for many years, I'm hoping, almost everybody here is going to be here for 5 years or 10 years or as long as you want, you will see the same nonsense over and over again, even in different communities, in different genres, on different channels. You'll see the same types of behavior. It's like there's a finite number of different types of trolls and stuff like that, and a lot of people have been through it. So it's unfortunate. Forgive me for going on so long. I don't mean to do that, but most of you know my speeches are always very long. M&T, living and cooking. Pardon me. The cough also lingers. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. AACon50, good to see you in the house. Deshaun on the track, good to see you here. Canadian Family Life, I'm glad to hear about that. I'm glad to hear that. And yes, absolutely, More to Life, you're 100% right. Oh, I got a couple of trolls that they sit here and they watch in the background. They can't come in because they're banned and this and that, but they'll, oh, Kevin's a scam artist and that guy's a phony and a fraud and a clown and a... They call me every name in the book and blah, 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 blah. If you don't have a hater by the time you have 1,000 subscribers, it's probably coming by the time you have 2. Like I said, it's almost never I shouldn't say almost never. Most often, it's not personal. And it's, yeah, see, that's the thing. Jamie Hart, I understand. I got somebody who's literally been on me for 5 years. Not like, hardcore, not bullying so much as just making class clown jokes, but literally for over 5 years now, because of a word on a web page, because we use the word manager on a web page to describe what I would be, not what I was yet, but what I would become, which is a channel manager. We just say that. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a dictionary term. It's something we came up with before we ever posted our first video, and this guy still to this day, I don't know what a channel manager is, and blah, 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 and Kevin doesn't know anything, and alright, whatever. Alright. Anyway, Conspiracy Music, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. And again, everybody, forgive my long speech. I go through withdrawal as well. It's funny, the Stock Explorer reached out and they said they were going through, they're a dear friend to me, but they said they're going through Tuber Chat withdrawal because we were off for about a week and a half there. But I go through it too. So now that we're back, you can see I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm happy to be here, and it's tough to withhold the long speeches. Because I've been out of practice for a while. But hopefully you guys enjoy it enough. Anyway, You is up right now, and Conspiracy Music is going to be the next channel that we look at because of that super chat. So You is up, and this is a longtime friend as well. There's a ton of variety in this channel. A lot of live streaming, and they join a lot of other people on their live stream panels as well, pardon me. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. As you can see, look at this, multiple times a week, at least 2 or 3 times a week, they're streaming themselves. I haven't seen the shorts in a while, but you can see that they're really killing it with some of these shorts. These have gotten into not just the thousands of views, but now we've passed 10,000 with 3 of them and even 20,000 with 1. So that will likely continue as well. Now, I know I'm behind, so I'm going to take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. And again, that's just so I can keep caught up with creators. And they've got over 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,700 they're thinking about. Together We Break Chains Production. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I forget if that's pardon me for not remembering if that channel is from another creator that we already know. If that's a second channel, let me know. Or if you're here for the first time, forgive me for being wrong about that. And then, and thank you everybody for the positive reinforcement in the chat as well. Mama 4 Boys is here. Let me get them on the wheel. I think I mentioned Butler Family Farm. Yes, I did. And Makeup Mom and Son is a dear friend. She is here. as a moderator and a gold member, which means that we see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Garden State Gardener, we mentioned them for a quick second earlier. That is the channel on which Nora the Stock Explorer and I visited on StreamYard panel for about 20 minutes this past Sunday Fun Day. And they do a great job. Forgive me for not remembering the name of the channel because I don't think we're connected here. But Courtney, known as Corky, was co-hosting with Garden State Gardener, and she did a great job with Joe, who always does a great job. And he had some really compelling information, especially in the first hour of that stream. He had a few more guests, but they were talking about homesteading and gardening and things like that, permaculture and other ideas that I'm not well versed on. I'm learning. But it was a great time, so I hope everybody will go back and check out that particular edition of Garden State Gardener. I haven't been on many panels this season. I thought I would be able to do a lot more, and one thing leads to another, and I wasn't able to do as many as I wish, but I was happy to be able to be over there. But Garden State Gardener, thank you for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. As always, very much unnecessary and very much appreciated. The Pipe Guy, good to see you in the house. Blue House Travel Services is a second channel from Social Couplepreneur, who've been longtime friends here. And let's get conspiracy music up on the screen right now. Thank you again, you new, for the super chat, and Janet Homestead, where you are. Thank you both for the extra generous support. Conspiracy music is here. I think this is our conspiracy music, right? I'm going to make sure I'm matching the avatar, which is actually quite recognizable, but this is the right one. Cool Gamers in the house, good to see you here. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I don't mean to miss anybody. Catelynn needs to be added onto the wheel. And thank you. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here for 2.5 or 3 hours every time we stream. So I do appreciate every moment. Even if you're just coming by to say hello or run the stream in the background. I know we have a few creators that do that. Blue House Travel Services, thank you so much for the super chat again. They dropped a couple of those on us the other day, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. As always, very much unnecessary but appreciated. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And for anybody else that's here for the first time, hopefully you're also feeling welcome. We have a lot of channels that will come through the chat today. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Another dear friend, Gail Southern Living, is here. She's got a couple of channels as well, and Ron's Keto Cafe. It's good to see you here as well. Home Bartending with John, thank you so much for the super chat. He's actually doing that on behalf of the Pipe Guy, so we honor those. And that's a generous thing to have done. So we will look at The Pipe Guy and Home Bartending with John shortly. Home Bartending with John is here with us literally every single stream. And out supporting others constantly. I run into them every day that I'm able to be out as well, supporting others. Day One Adventures is also here. I'm just getting them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. We're building up quite a list here, but we'll get to spinning the wheel soon enough, I'm sure. Cabaret Gaming, word up to you. Thank you for coming in. Nova Real Show. Wow, Jamie Hart, over a year now. Thank you for that. Yes, I really do appreciate that extra generous support, because Jamie Hart has been not only an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but somebody who always engages conversation here as well. And those are the kinds of things that really make community around a channel what it becomes. if that makes any sense. It's the, like, you know, to have community. It's one thing to walk into a channel, and I know you see me do it too. I walk in, I say hello, 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 and I'm not often chatting or making conversation as much as a lot of other people do. But when you take your time to sit in a stream and really start to have conversation, engage with everybody, and get to know people, that really can have a great impact on your channel and your own community as well. And then King Cool Man, good to see you in the house. Thank you very much, and thank you for the thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Jamie Hart likes talking, and she knows I like talking. As you can hear, I'm surprised I'm not stumbling over my speeches more than I usually would, considering that it's been a week and a half. And More to Life already knows a lot of channels, which is great. So what I can give everybody, I know we have quite a few new channels, a good handful of brand new channels today. A lot of the people who've been here many times before will not go to a brand new channel right away that they see in the chat because of the way we do things here. Not that there's a right or wrong way, it's just that they're making a judgment call as to what they see you do in the chat as far as engagement before they will connect. They want to make sure they're connecting with loyal and dedicated supporters. You know, sometimes people come in and then they don't come back after the first time and things like that. It's understandable, but we have friends now who've been with us for over 3 years, which is interesting also. And pardon me, I got to keep on this here. Free Handling Made AU, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Conspiracy Music is brand new to Tuber Chat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. And forgive me for not being sure. I think you've been here before. It's just this is the first time that we're putting them on the screen. I could be mistaken about that, but I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I'm going to, I usually look for something around 10 minutes. I might just go for one of these 5-minute ones because I've seen a couple of these. I'll take your 5-minute video here. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And so Conspiracy Music, I've got you ready to go, and thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Next up, for the same reason, is going to be Garden State Gardener, who also happens to be a member. And pardon me just for a second here. I'm alternating here with, I literally have tea with honey and lemon beside me, and Diet Pop, which I shouldn't be drinking, but so, like, alternating the hot and cold just to do everything I can to help. I'm at 99% or something like that. It should be fine by the weekend. And then, Conspiracy Music says they lurk mostly. Yeah, a lot of us do. I do. I often hop in. I'm very lucky to have like 2 monitors going at a time. And when I'm able to do that, I usually have at least 3 streams running at a time, maybe a premiere or a playlist going. I often come in, say hello, hang out for a few minutes, but I usually leave them running a lot longer than I ever did. I try to always stay for at least 15 minutes. If you were to time me, you'd see that it's like 16 minutes on the nose, pardon me, before I ever say that I'm leaving. But where possible, I just let the stuff run as much as I can. Trish the Natural's in the house, and Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is here. They're both members, so I'm going to get them onto the wheel, and we're going to talk about Garden State Gardener in a quick second here. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Philip Lemon is here as a member, so I've got them on the wheel. And thank you for coming in. Yes, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Thank you, Yellow Shirt Dad, for the share. Forks and Chopsticks is a longtime friend as well. Pardon me just for a very quick second. I'll be right back. And then again, forgive me for anything that I miss in the chat. I know it's rolling pretty fast today, and I'm going to try to reel in my speeches a little bit here. So when we talk about Garden State Gardener, we see a creator who has this incredible ability to make people truly feel like they are a part of a community. His channel is just exploding right now, and my guess is that it's because of a couple of different things. First of all, he's been at this for a long time, and he has very solid and strong Sunday night live stream called Sunday Fun Day. You notice this thumbnail where you see Nora the Stock Explorer. We actually both joined Garden State Gardener this past Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. We were on there for about 20 minutes. He had other guests. He always runs for a couple of hours. But it was a really cool and somewhat informative show. Very much informative, I should say, actually. Now, that's just one tiny thing that he does on his channel. It's an explosive live stream. But he does a lot of other gardening and, let's say, homesteading activities. He's got a lot of shorts videos, and he has probably done more shout-outs for YouTube creators than anybody I've seen in my 6 years on YouTube. A lot of live streaming, and there's Courtney right there. These are, he has a lot of StreamYard panelists. Look at the wheel. He used the same wheel that we do here, wheelofnames.com, but look at how full that is. That's for giveaways and things like that he does on his channel, and anybody can be a part of that. But Garden State Gardener really does a great job, like I said, of making people feel like they're a part of the community. I have seen generosity in this creator that goes far beyond what we talk about in general terms most of the time. And a small example, one simple example, I believe Gail's Southern Living is still in the chat, but I believe Garden State Gardener was on her channel one day, and she was live streaming on StreamYard, and he was at Disney, and or another theme park. I think it was Disney though, and giving that footage to her as opposed to streaming on his own, which I just think is a generous thing to have done. Really, really cool. They were able to commentate, and that was fun to watch either way. But they're both longtime dear friends, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with both of them. And Garden State Gardener says the live stream that we were on, this one here, yeah, so we're over 1,100. Now that's likely because of this guest, Matt Powers. Now I watched a lot of this. This is an example of a stream, obviously, because I was going to be on it in the second hour for a few minutes. I watched almost all of the first hour as much as I could, and this creator is somebody who or the guest on the show is somebody who is an authority in the gardening and homesteading world, and was able to answer a lot of questions, both from Joe and Courtney, but also from the chat. So hopefully everybody will check that out. Foxy's Friends, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. 755 Media, good to see you here. AceFlaw1 is Andy, and that's a creator who's been with me since Tuber Chat was not even a thought, 3.5 years ago. But thank you for being here. And let me get my wheel sorted out here. I've got things mixed up a little bit, but that's okay. And Garden State Gardener, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. He's done that countless times And again, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. But that's Joe right there, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to his channel. He's working on getting close to 12,000 subscribers now. Pardon me. Bluehouse Travel Services is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see again, then please just mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Next up is Bluehouse Travel Services, who dropped a generous super chat on us and actually took over our stream boss position. What I'm talking about is the video game life meter under my camera here, and what happens is every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while, so that will be Bluehouse Travel Services for a bit. But thank you for that. They've hit 100 subscribers on this second channel. This is not a channel that they put the most focus on. This is something that they use to highlight their travel service business. So it's meant as a complimentary channel to Social Couplepreneur. Now I'm just going to take your latest video. I know this is short, but I'm going to put it in my catch-up list so I can stay caught up. Thank you for the feature here, by the way. And then I'm going to show you their original channel. Social Couplepreneur have been longtime dear friends, obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Journey with Josh, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then Social Couplepreneur is getting very close, halfway on the official road to 2,000 subscribers. Now they've got a lot of members-only content that we see right there. A lot of playlists sorting out their channel on their front page here. And then I'm just going to hit their shorts. I just want to see how these have done. These have gotten into the thousands of views now, which is great. Live streaming is something, maybe they'll pick that back up, but we'll see. And in the meantime, I'm still going to take another video. I know I took this one here, but I'm going to take another video from you. And this one looks like it's going to be really cool. Is that a conversation with... Oh, it's a collaboration. Yes, Keeping Up with the Griffins is another channel that we know well here also. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Social Couplepreneur. We'd love to push them towards that 2,000. We know they're thinking about it right now. And then you'll get information about their channel on their About page. Putt King, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Next up, for the same reason, actually, well, somewhat, is going to be The Pipe Guy. So thank you, Social Couplepreneur and Bluehouse Travel Services, which are both of their channels, for the generous super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that countless times, actually, and that's over the years, really, now. But actually, Home Bartending with John dropped a super chat for The Pipe Guy a little while ago, so we're putting that channel on right now. Mr. Hero Brian 15, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I wonder if that's the actual... Is that our friend? That is, you did it. You did 100,000 subscribers. I am amazed. And that's really good news. You got your check mark. I'd love to know if you get your play button, because that's something I'm very interested to find out about. But it's good to have you here. And She Stole My Thunder is also in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're working. They say we can. Yeah, we can't see you. So we'll pretend I didn't say that either. But we'll get them on the wheel because they happen to be a member also. They come to us from Montreal. They're a fellow Canadian. And then we're looking at The Pipe Guy. Now, this is a channel that we haven't had on the screen in a little while. It's good to see that you got a couple of shorts here. Hopefully those will continue. And then they've got a video that was put up a while back. So we'll be looking forward to new content on this channel. But The Pipe Guy has 24 subscribers right now. We'd love to push this channel towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. But as long as we are all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. And then, yes, it seems like it. Rushing Wind Mountain. Cali King 916. I was just on their channel. Was it this morning or was it yesterday? I've lost track of that already. They were doing another live stream. They come from Sacramento. And I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. And the Astute Tourist, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Coastal Waters here, never too far behind Backlash Fisherman, of course. We'll look at both of those channels when Backlash Fisherman comes up. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So the pipe guy, it's great that we get another chance to look at your channel. Thank you to Home Bartending with John for that super chat. And that's an extremely generous thing to do. They sent in a super chat on behalf of another channel, and we honor those always. Rosalind Brinson, good to see you here. Another member. I'm going to get them on the wheel. And I think another channel just came in that I almost missed. All the music that you hear in the background, by the way, of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your own videos and live streams. It's available on a separate channel and all major music platforms, and you'll find that on the bottom of our front page. Vermont Painted Photo, good to see you here. Thank you. And thank you for the shares, and thank you for hanging out while driving. Yes, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just running the stream in the background, because I know we got a few friends that do that. Home Bartending with John has a very interesting channel, and I was drawn to this channel as soon as they came into the Tuber Chat family, what now is a long time ago. But I'm going to take their latest video, because I see I've missed a few here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They do a lot of reviews of different types of products that are out there. When we talk about the idea of bartending, you get an idea of what they're going to be reviewing here. They might be giving us comparisons, too, when it comes to like liquors or liqueurs and things like that. Lots of shorts. I just want to see how these are doing before I talk about the rest of the videos. Lots of these, well over 1,000 views now and getting into the thousands. But when we see this creator's channel and dig through their content a bit, you're going to find a lot of videos where they're teaching us how to make some of the most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. Now, you don't have to have an elaborate home bar setup like what John has here, but he does show us what it takes to keep this replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of these cocktails. So he is always thinking about different aspects of what the audience might be looking for, if that makes sense. And what I'm talking about is different variations in different cocktails, because sometimes you find different recipes. As well, he might be bringing us low-calorie cocktails, or he might be talking about non-alcoholic mocktails and things like that. So constantly thinking about the audience, which is great to see. Bamanola Lawn Adventures, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Home Bartending with John, because we would love to push them towards the 500 subscribers now that they're going to be thinking about. They're also doing a few live streams. They've been hopping in on other live streams, but it's great to see that these are becoming frequent as well. Lots of familiar faces here in these StreamYard panels, but it looks like he's doing about twice a week now, which is great. Hopefully that continues. Journey with Josh. I'm not sure if I said hello, but thank you for being here. And again, for anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. What am I missing in the chat there? That is a new membership from Trippin' with Dre and Michelle. So thank you very much for that membership. As a silver member, what that means is starting with our next stream, your channel will be seen in the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream in the slides that run, like these ones here. And then as well, I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now, because members are always added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll be looking forward to seeing their channel for the first time shortly. But thank you one more time, Home Bartending with John, for that super chat for the pipe guy. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm sure they do as well. GJ Journeys, good to see you in the house. We're spinning, and now Philip Lemon is going to be coming up. So we'll see what they've got going on their channel. For a second here, I added a thing when I had put the wheel back together with that animation, so that's kind of fun. But it takes an extra second. Philip Lemon, let's get you up on the screen. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Yeah, Ace Flaw 1, it's no problem, don't worry. I didn't even see it if it even came through. I think I've got the chat blocked here where links don't drop. But it doesn't matter. We've learned to be, I say we, but it's really me. I've learned to be a lot more laxed about some of the things that we used to be so stressed out about. 3 years ago when Tuber Chat was just starting out, it was a big deal not having capital letters in the chat, spelling out numbers, not putting too many emojis, not dropping links, and all this stuff. But things have changed, and, you know, we haven't had our hands slapped on this channel. Fingers crossed, of course. So we can let some of that go. Just Jason Keto, thank you for gifting that membership. Foxy's friends will be happy to have that. They're in the chat right now, so I'm going to get them on the wheel. And then Scratch and PPA, thank you for catching that. I missed that. Tracy and Phoebe, I don't know how many times I've done that to you. I missed a super chat from Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning earlier. So pardon me for that. I didn't mean to miss that, but we're going to get their channel up next before I spin the wheel. And Just Jason Keto is going to come up also because we treat those gifted memberships just like Super Chats when we talk about the wheel. I'm just organizing the wheel right now. And it takes me a moment, so I appreciate everybody's patience. And Philip Lemon is a longtime friend as well. This is somebody who makes frequent appearances here. And Philip Lemon is going to bring us Pure Variety actually on their channel. So they got quite a few of these talking head videos. Let me just look at the shorts. I'm not sure if they've posted recently or not. Some of these are starting to do well, crossing 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. They did just put up a brand new video, which is great. So even though this one is very short, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to at least run it afterwards. And then we'll see if live streams are something they're going to pick up again at some point. Paul's Green Space, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Philip Lemon now has 168 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're going to be thinking about. Together We Travel, good to see you here. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is still in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So next up is Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning because of their super chat. So thank you for that. Tracy and Phoebe have done that countless times, actually. And thank you, Scratch and PPA, again for catching that. I promise you, for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, I make as many mistakes as anybody, if not more. And luckily, Scratch and PPA is there to catch almost all of them. So Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning brings us beauty, and they do that in a few different ways. So there are Get Ready With Me type videos here. There are a lot of hauls and product reviews, but they might also give us lists. Like, so for instance, several things that they want to notify us about that we might enjoy. For those of us into makeup and things, like I say us, but you know what I mean. And then when they might also give us a list of things we want to avoid, which is great to know as well. So Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning have been with us a long time. I'm thinking well over 2.5 years now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. But they post frequently, and they usually alternate videos, Tracy and Phoebe. Phoebe's done the latest one, Tracy the one before that, and here they are together, which is great to see also. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 500 subscribers that they're thinking about. I just want to see how their shorts are doing as well. These have gotten into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streaming is something they did a while back. We'll see if they pick that back up. But they've, like I said, been long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So when we look at Just Jason Keto, who also dropped a super chat, and thank you again, Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning, and Just Jason Keto. Just Jason Keto gifted a membership, so thank you for that, because he's done that countless times. He's a fellow Canadian, but he is going to help us understand the ideas behind a keto-based lifestyle. And the reason why I say that is because, it's easy to throw the word diet around, and I promise you, I've been up and down with the diet thing a million times. I think, as a matter of fact, I just weighed myself this morning. I was getting really stressed out because I've gained 10 pounds again this winter. Again. Which means I'm going to be starting this work season 10 pounds heavier than I was last year, and last year sucked. So, I found that I lost 5 pounds because I've been not 100% over the last week and a half, and it lowers your appetite if nothing else. So I've been eating less. I think that's why. So it's half of what I've gained has disappeared. Now, if I could just keep that off, and that's what Just Jason Keto is going to help us with, but actually getting into a much healthier lifestyle. And what I found, especially lately, is the conversations on the channel are very beneficial, because he'll bring on guests both in videos and live streams, and the idea is for them to share their life experiences with us so that we can understand not just the basics of a keto-based diet or lifestyle, but how these can really impact different types of people, different lifestyles, different body types, people from all over the world in different areas and things like that. So I find the channel very compelling. I'm so happy to be able to learn. Just Jason Keto is also going to show us tips, tricks, and hacks, I keep saying it, for how we can get more value out of some of the things that are available or marketed to us as keto-based products, if you want to put it that way. You're passing through a grocery store or a health food store, and you might see something marketed as keto. Just Jason Keto can help us make sense of that. And we've got quite a few friends now in the Superchat family from the bringing us a keto-based lifestyle. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with this channel. I'm just going to take his latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up and make sure I don't fall behind. He also does quite a bit of live streams. So he just did one a week and a half ago. We'll see if another one's coming up shortly. And then shorts videos as well. Some of these were really banging. One of them's over 20,000 views. Lots of these into the thousands, which is great. And now that here where I am in Canada, which is usually somewhere between Toronto and Niagara Falls where I live, it's barbecue season. A friend of mine actually barbecues, the guy I work with barbecues all year round, but we're going to be doing a lot more of that shortly, so I'll be looking forward to taking some inspiration from some of these shorts videos as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Just Jason Keto. Like I said, he dropped a membership. Foxy's friends picked that up, so we've got them on the wheel, but Just Jason Keto has done that already countless times, so thank you for the extra generous support. Little Ridge Farm, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if you have the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on our community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share, so I'll appreciate it. In 3 minutes, Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water will be coming up. All right, we're back with Backlash Fisherman, which means we'll be looking at coastal water in a second, and I'll tell you the reason why in a moment. It's D Bankroll. Good to see you in the house. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is here as a member and a moderator. We'll be visiting his channel in a couple of... he's going to start his live stream at 4. We'll probably still be going for a while longer, but we will raid into his live stream after Tuber Chat's finished today. So that'll be a lot more opportunity to meet more friends and family members, because all of the moderators here on Tuber Chat, first of all, happen to be dear friends of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other. They all have one overwhelming trait in common, and that is their sense of generosity, and for that reason you'll be able to meet more friends and family members whenever you're in any of their channels for premieres and live streams. Pardon me. So when we look at Backlash Fisherman, we see a first responder who brings us fishing first on their channel, and we see a lot of shorts videos here, so let's just see how these are doing. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. Backlash Fisherman's going to take us fishing in all different types of places, actually. When we get into the videos, I'm going to take the latest one. I don't want to fall behind. I'll put that in my catch-up list right now, and then head over to the live streams. We see Hobby Hangout is something he's been doing frequently, sometimes with StreamYard panelists, actually, but then as well, a lot of ride-along live streams. And it's interesting when we look at these, because soon enough, after I scroll a little bit down the page, he does it frequently, we're going to eventually, I thought there was a thumbnail somewhere with coastal water on it. I might be mistaken. There she is. Now I'll show you why I talk about these two creators together. Coastal Water is the wife of Backlash Fisherman, and for most of you, you probably have found that a lot of people, if asked, will say that their favorite aspect of their YouTube journey is the friendships that are made along the way. And I feel the same way, 100%. You know, it's one thing to be off, let's say, and not streaming or not doing what you do for a few days. But, you know, if somebody was to ask me, like, you know, do you love YouTube? Like, do you love what you do? It's not YouTube that I love, it's the people that I miss when I'm not there. And I know you all know what I mean, because we all have communities of our own. You know who your supporters are, people who you get to know over a long period of time on your channel and everywhere else, of course, right, if that makes sense. So, but I feel the same way. Now, when we talk about that, that makes it wonderful when we have a husband and wife combo like this that have separate channels but support each other wholeheartedly. The reason why I say that is because the number one thing that I hear that people dislike about YouTube, if I was to put it that way, is to say, why is it so difficult for us to get in real life friends and family, people we've known our entire lives, to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily, right? And hopefully not everybody has that problem, but it seems to be a universal truth. But I think it makes it that much more special when we find a couple of creators like this. You'll find Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman on each other's channels all the time. They support each other wholeheartedly. They even bring us similar content at times. Now, first of all, Coastal Water is going to bring us a lot of shorts. Let's see how these are doing. And when I get into the videos, you're going to see that they're often in the kitchen. This is where I've found them most often. Actually, here's one where they're doing something looking like it's going to be more outdoors. But I'm going to take this video and put it in my catch-up list. But you can see through their videos what they often are doing. There's a lot of family togetherness on this channel as well. Maybe I'm mistaken. She's outdoors as much as indoors, but I've caught her most often when I catch them for live streams, either driving or in the kitchen. But these creators are often together, and you see what I mean. They both do similar live streams. Now here's Backlash Fisherman right there. So this is cool. They might have been doing a StreamYard together, doing the same ride along, which is really cool also. And StreamYard panels are something they've both done. But I hope everybody will connect with both of these creators. Forgive me, I skipped on the sub count on Backlash Fisherman, but I know he's well over his 1,000 now. Coastal Water is at 326. I'm hoping we can push her towards the 400 that she's thinking about. Thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, for the highlighted milestone message. I really do appreciate those. They're a fun free bonus for anybody that happens to be a member on a channel where they are enabled. Oh, there you go, Jamie Hart. You're making me laugh. I've been lucky. On my personal channel, I've done a few videos with different family members. It's wonderful to just have it to look back on. I know not everybody it may not be appropriate for different channels or different types of videos or things like that, but I am lucky to have been able to do that. Jedi Cameron, good to see you in the house. They happen also to be a member. They have been for a long time. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Butterroll Boutique, I'm not sure if I actually said hello to you when you came in, but forgive me if that's the case. It's good to see you here. Little Ridge Farm is up right now for dropping a super chat on us, and this creator's done that countless times. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course, because they also happen to be a member. But Little Ridge Farm took over our stream boss position. So you see the video game life meter under my camera here, and every super chat and membership, including highlighted milestone messages, which are a free bonus, knock life off of the StreamYard, off of the stream boss. And the last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a while. That is Little Ridge Farm for a little while now. And then thank you, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I was on Susan's live stream just an hour before Tuber Chat. I actually had to cut it off to start getting ready. I'm sure you understand. I always have a good time on her channel. She gets me fired up. No. Now I'm gonna say the wrong thing, but she because she her and I think probably would be aligned on a lot of different newsworthy issues and things like that in our thoughts. And I found myself today not being able to help myself but to engage with conversation in her chat, which I'm sure she appreciates. But you know, when you start to talk about polarizing content, like let's say political issues, or you know, things like you know, people's views on free speech and what a lot of us might be thinking is happening in the world, I find myself getting very emotionally charged over a lot of this stuff right away. I had a fantastic time the last time I was on her live stream, and I've caught her many times. I'm talking about the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. That's Susan. But today, again, I couldn't help myself. Sometimes you're sitting there and you're thinking I don't know how many people do this. I do it all the time with text messages, Instagram, YouTube, everything. But you might type out a message and then just not send it, right? You just change your mind. You're like, maybe I'll just leave it alone for today. Don't get everybody fired up. But today I couldn't help myself but get in there and say a couple of things. But it's interesting because we have to be careful. And I'll talk more about it when I get her channel onto the screen. She happens to be a member, so I'm going to put her on the wheel right now. But one thing that people can look at if you want to is if you want to look up Bill C-11. I'm going to type that into the chat right now. This is something specifically related to Canada where I am, but a lot of different things. When you see things happen in one country, it's not unreasonable to think that they might come to another country with, let's say, I don't know, a similar country. I don't know how to put that any better way. A lot of things happen in the United States and come to Canada afterwards, but once in a while, we'll see something in Canada that bleeds over into the United States afterwards. Now, Bill C-11 is something that deals with censorship, and it is going to affect everybody on YouTube in the smallest way, but it's going to affect all Canadians in a very big way, and it has to do with free speech, and it has to do with what we're allowed and not allowed to say when it comes to following government narratives and stuff like that. So forgive me, I'm not going to get all fired up and stuff like that about it right now, but it is very important, I think, for everybody to understand the kind of things are possible. You're free to tell me, Kevin, you're crazy, it's never going to happen in another country, and that's fine. I like to believe that anything's possible. I certainly don't want to think I'm right or wrong, but that's a fact now. This bill that's passed that says a lot of things that we're not going to be able to talk about or say in our videos and things like that, and in our content on YouTube, is something that I think is important to just be aware of. If nothing else, you don't have to go crazy over it or anything like that, but that's just one small little thing. But these are the kind of things sometimes the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch will talk about in their live streams, and it's great that we can have conversation about that. Corrine's life is in the house, and she's another fellow Canadian actually, but she is a member and a moderator and has been for as long as I can remember. And I'm going to put her onto the wheel. I thought I was wearing her shirt. I'm not. I was wearing your shirt yesterday, and I changed shirts. I put a different one on today. I was going to wear it for the live stream. Corrine's Life prints things like shirts, the mug I'm holding in my hand right now, and hats and vinyl stickers, and just about everything that can be printed. So if you're thinking about that, Corrine's Life is a great resource. Lark's Homesteadish, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will be up next before I spin the wheel again, which we'll do shortly. And it's the same reason Little Ridge Farm is up right now. Lark's Homesteadish streams almost every day. And thank you for the highlighted milestone message as well, Corrine's Life. So, again, forgive my long speech. Most of you who've been here many times before know it's almost impossible for me not to do this. Anyway, Little Ridge Farm has an interesting story behind their channel. Thank you for the extra super chat. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, Mark, you know that. Very much appreciated, of course. And thank you, Woman Outdoors, for another highlighted milestone message. I think we got a war going on in the chat over the stream boss position right now. And it's funny because there's an interesting aspect, and forgive me, I'll try not to make this speech too long. When we talk about the stream boss, the reason I talk about it so much is because it's something you can add into your streams if you want to at some point. It comes with the Streamlabs system. Stream Elements has something similar, but there's obvious benefit to that because it's affected by super chats and memberships and things like that, right? But in the case of the way that I have mine set up, because there are different options when somebody is the stream boss, like Little Ridge Farm, because they dropped a super chat earlier, when they drop another super chat, it heals the life of the stream boss. So you saw their life go up a little bit, back to about half, and then it just got banged out there by a couple of those highlighted milestone messages, right? Woman Outdoors knocked a bit off, and then Jamie Hart took over. So that's really cool. But you see, like, highlighted milestone messages fly through the chat like a super chat. They're colored green for the members, but they're a free bonus. You get one of those on every channel that has them enabled, on which you are a member once a month, if that makes sense. So it's really cool, but you see the fun that can be had and the obvious benefit that comes back to the channel from that kind of thing. But thank you, everybody, for all of those messages, and thank you, Little Ridge Farm, for another absolutely unnecessary but very much appreciated super chat. So Little Ridge Farm was our stream boss before Jamie Hart just took over. But this is a creator, Mark. He was actually on a live stream. He was telling us right before he came in today. And he has been on lots of StreamYard panels lately. He's an interesting creator, but a lot of interesting story within the channel. It's not what the channel's about. The channel is about basically the life of the creator behind Little Ridge Farm. If I'm describing that right, that's what I get from what I've seen while I've been there, which is many, many times. But Mark brings us a look behind the scenes at the creator himself, his property, and basically whatever they're going to go through. But one of the things that has happened to this creator is their house burned down this year. And they're bringing us now through the story of recouping and rebuilding, and we get to watch that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Little Ridge Farm. You know, it's like I said, that's not what the channel's about. It's about the life behind the creator, but that's a part of it, right? This is a big story, a big event in this creator's life. I can't personally even imagine, except for what I've been able to see that Mark tells us. But this creator's out supporting other creators, and this channel has me with no other words to use besides perseverance and tenacity. Not to mention over-the-top generosity, because this creator all the time along has still been supporting everybody as much as they can in every way that we typically talk about and over and above, like right now, what we're talking about with a couple of super chats there. So thank you for that extra generous support. This is Mark here. Sometimes he's with his daughter Kira on the channel. They've got some shorts happening, so let's see how these are doing. They're getting into a couple thousand views now. Live streams are something that are frequent, both on this channel, and Mark is often visiting other channels, joining their live streams as well. I'm just going to grab, your second latest video. I just want to see what you have to say about this here, and put that in my catch-up list. But you can see a lot of variety on this channel in videos as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push Little Ridge Farm towards the 1,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. And then Wayne's World Unlimited, is it the same trouble on the other channel? Are you not able to get into the chat? Because I can add that into the approved users list. I'm going to make a note for myself. Pardon me, we'll talk about that for a quick second. If you find yourself on a channel and you cannot chat, or if somebody comes into your channel and tells you that they cannot chat or reaches out to you on another social network, it's not necessarily that they're banned, and you'll know that if you haven't banned anybody, but there's a glitch that has been common ever since I've been on YouTube for 6 years now, and it can easily be fixed by taking a person's URL for their channel and adding it into a section called approved users. It's in the same place that your moderators are and your banned channels are, and that usually fixes the problem. The other thing that can be a first step, is resetting the device. Whether you're on a computer or on a phone, I know it doesn't make sense that it should be that simple to fix. Why wouldn't it work? But it does a lot of the time. So as a first step, I'd reset the device if you can't get in or somebody tells you they can't get in. And then secondly, you can add their channel into your approved users, and that should help. But I will get that. Wayne's World Unlimited, I made a note for myself to make sure I remember. I'll get that done after today, so you'll be in for the next stream if you'd like to. Shadow Gaming with Cooking, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. The Servant David Show, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're going to put your channel up next. Before I start spinning the wheel, that's the same reason that we've got Lark's Homesteadish up right now. So thank you again, Little Ridge Farm and Lark's Homesteadish, for your super chats. We're going to look at the Servant David Show in a moment. Natalie Nicole ASMR is a longtime friend, and this is somebody who also is a member. So we're going to get them onto the wheel right now. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody, like I said, in the chat. So Lark's Homesteadish is streaming almost every day. I'm just going to show you their live streams first, because this is what I see most often. You see, I'm able to catch them often here. But they have got this cam on these baby chicks. I don't know how much they're babies anymore, but they... I'm still learning, so forgive me for not knowing. But we get to see this. I think that some of these cams, if you have something like this that's able to be filmed or streamed, I think cams like this can really build up an audience over a long period of time. I got a few friends that have got some livestock. They put the cameras on those, and they've really built up over a long period of time. Lots of people would like to see this kind of activity, especially somebody like myself who can't have that, right? I'm not in a position to be able to have any kind of livestock at all. But even when we're talking about pets, fish tanks, you know, all kinds of different things. Michael's Adventures, who I mentioned earlier, does a lot of wildlife videos. He's able to catch a lot of like raccoons and deer and foxes and things like that. But this is a really cool thing, and Lark's Homesteadish is doing it almost every day. The times are sporadic, but you're able to catch hours of that, which is great. And then when we're looking at Lark's Homesteadish, we see the shorts now are getting into the thousands of views. One of them's popped over 8,000, getting close to 9,000, which is great. When we hit the videos, let's just see. I'm likely behind here. Yes, so I'm going to take your latest video, a garden update. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that is just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Pardon me, I'm trying to hold my voice together here. Pardon me. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now, because we've been on well over an hour. But thank you one more time, Lark's Homesteadish, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And right now we're looking at the Servant David show. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But we'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list after another long while, what I'm guessing is going to be an hour. Oh, did I miss another one? Thank you, Scratch and PPA. See, he's had to do that twice already. I'm sorry, I should have caught that. Yes, I saw it, and I skipped right by it. Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore also dropped a super chat. I should have had their channel up right away, but it's going to be the next one that I put up. But thank you so much. I am going to put your channel up next. I don't know if they're still here. They said they had to go in 5 minutes. But thank you so much. That is a creator who's also been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family for quite some time. But thank you, Scratch and PPA, again for catching that. I wish he wouldn't have to catch all these mistakes. I wish I wouldn't make so many mistakes. But I do appreciate it, of course. This is, just one of the reasons why I say that Scratch and PPA is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. You see how much he's literally involved and helping. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for his help. Buying Space, good to see you in the house. John H. Shelton is here from the UK. He's opened up his second channel again, by the way. And I know Foxy's friend said they're still here. I've got you on the wheel because you picked up that gifted membership from Just Jason Keto earlier. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then the Servant David show is up here, who is obviously going to motivate us or inspire us in a spiritual way. Now, I'm behind in video, so I'm going to grab one of these, but I did catch them for a live stream not too long ago. I thought I caught them for a couple, actually, which they do frequently. And I see they just did one today, but I missed that. A couple of shorts. One of these has already done well. Hopefully that continues. But the Servant David show is now over 7,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Thank you for the extra generous support with that super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And they've done that many times before as well. Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. I should have had up earlier, but I'm going to put them up right now. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat. They said they had about 5 minutes, and I might have missed it with my long speeches. But Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore has been with us actually quite some time. It's great to have them back in the chat. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you for your super chat. And I'm really, it's funny because I saw myself today. I had typed my messages in the chat and sat there with my finger should I type, and then okay, hit it. And it's no big deal. It's not like I said anything that was going to get anybody fired up. I was just talking about experience. But we'll talk about it when I get Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's channel up, because it's coming up right now because of that super chat. So thank you. But I got a community guideline strike, not here on Tuber Chat, on another channel, but I'll tell you why. And this is why I get so fired up about this stuff. We'll talk about it in a moment. Yeah, your channel has to be monetized for super chats. Yes, Wayne's World Unlimited. There are a lot of people. You have to be very careful if you're going to think about anything that I'm going to say right now. But there are a lot of people who use other services like Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon or just simply PayPal and Venmo and things like that. But YouTube has strict rules about what's allowed. So please make sure you're well versed. I'm not, because I don't use them. And don't intend to, although that's not set in stone. Anything's possible. But once you have your 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million views in 90 days on shorts, you are eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. That's what it means to get monetized, really. And then you have Super Chats, and almost everybody gets memberships available shortly after as well. What do you do when you search a name and it doesn't pop up? Cricket 208. So that can happen, especially if names are popular. And the best idea is to ask the creator if there is a specific term that could be used to help find their channel. So for instance, now you're going to be able to find John H. Shelton, who just dropped a super chat along with First Floor Audio. I'll get those channels ready to go in a moment here. But in the case of John H. Shelton, I happen to know he's a Godzilla fan. So if I couldn't find his channel right away, I would type in John H. Shelton Godzilla, and I know it would come up. So if somebody has a video, whatever their most popular video is, even if they've only got 5 subscribers and their video's only got 7 views, that's okay. Whatever their video has for a title, we might be able to draw out a keyword, but if you ask the creator for that. The other thing too is just to let them know, hey, I'm having trouble finding your channel. They might give you a hint as to what might be the reason or how you can find it, and then otherwise they might just be inclined to connect with you. They'll leave you a comment. You can go into your comment section in YouTube Studio and click right on them. Big Boy Facts Johnny TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Thank you, by the way, First Floor Audio. That's Lee and John H. Shelton for your super chats. We're going to get your channels up next after the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Pardon me again. And Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore is here right now. So thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry that I missed that, and it might be too late for me to go back and see what you said. I'm going to try to catch it. Pardon me while I'm just scanning the chat here. I might have missed it. Forgive me, Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. They did say they might be gone in 5 minutes. I'm not sure if they're still here. But the thing about the wheel here is, unless there's some kind of a disaster, like I blew the wheel apart the other day by accident, which doesn't happen often, once you're on the wheel, you're on the wheel, right? Though it takes a long time, I do appreciate everybody's patience, but that's one of the benefits once we get it on there. Pardon me. When we talk about Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore, we're going to see in their videos that they're going to be promoting their live streams. When we get to the live streams, we see that they've got sales where we can get in and literally buy things in real time, which is really cool. They've got a few coming up, so I'm going to set notifications for these. And I just want to see how their shorts are doing also. Shorts on this channel are getting into the thousands of views, so that's great. That will likely continue. And they're sitting at 1,630 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,700 that they're thinking about. So thank you again, Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that they've done that before as well. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is coming up for the same reason. They've done that countless times. This is Susan. This is what I was talking about, because I caught her live stream earlier today, and I've caught her many times. And lately, I've been able to spend more time and actually kind of sit and listen and join in the chat. So it's interesting because the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch might be talking about, dare I say, devotionals, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about the way I'm describing that, but she's got other StreamYard guests that will come on. She'll introduce us to other creators. Today she had a lawyer on that was talking about some aspects of law and the idea of how lawyers interact with people, prices, and things like that. And that was really cool. It was insightful and great to see somebody with such a positive attitude and such a helpful nature, if that makes any sense, a generous nature, wanting to help people. But that was today's live stream. She also has Alfonso. Some of you have seen this creator on different channels with some music. She will always inspire us in a spiritual way. But lately what I've caught is some conversation, and she'll talk about, current events or what's going on in the news and things that are very important to see. So one of the things that came up today was the idea of free speech, and not that it's that much of opinion or anything else, but there are a lot of people, myself included, who believe that the idea of free speech right now is starting to disappear or be suppressed. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that's the way I feel about it, and there's a couple reasons why. So some of you may not know, and forgive the self-promotion here, but I do have a personal channel outside of TuberChat, and I've had that for a while. A couple of years ago, I went to chase some of the Freedom Convoy content. Some of you may not know what that is, but it was a big political issue over a lot of different things, but vaccine mandates and stuff like that. I just went to go and cover it, just point a camera at it and this and that. It's only a few hours away from where I live. But what happened is I got a community guideline strike on my personal channel a couple of weeks ago for medical misinformation. The reason why is because I never talk about that stuff, but the reason why is because there were speeches. So I was covering what you might consider a political event or a newsworthy event where speeches were being given from a stage, which happened to be at our nation's capital. We call it Parliament Hill. But my community guideline strike was just because of one thing, obviously, that was said. And here's the problem. If you have a lot of content on your channel where a community guideline strike is possible, then it's possible for an entire channel to get wiped out all at once, because 3 strikes, you're out, and that's it. There are some different aspects of that if there's a long period of time. We've got friends who've been on YouTube for 15 years. They've got 10 different strikes over the years and things like that, because after a while you might be given a little bit of time, if that makes any sense. And it's too much to go into here in perfect detail. I recommend everybody really familiarize yourself with YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines. But I got a community guideline strike for medical information because of a speech given by somebody else that I filmed and knew there was risk in that. But the problem now is I don't want my whole channel wiped out, so I had to take out all of that content. Now, it's up to anybody to decide, is that a violation of free speech or not? There's a lot of opinion, and we could go on all day. I promise you that argument's out there. You can find it on Reddit and Twitter everywhere, of course, every day. But the problem is, the fact is, we can't just say anything, right? We have to be, if not within the community guidelines, maybe even more strict now, especially in Canada when we talk about this Bill C-11. This is just something that happened to come up in conversation on the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's channel, which is great because it's a place where we can discuss different things. So there's no risk of her getting a community guideline strike for what she's talking about, because we're just talking about it. But when you go too far and you say things that certain groups of people do not want to be said, it's very possible that your not only content could get suppressed, but you're running risks now. So this is why I'm so heated. You can tell how passionate I am about this idea. I don't want to see somebody get their channel wiped out or their content wiped out, or strikes and different aspects of violations. But this is the world we live in. This is the arena we've chosen to play in by posting our content on YouTube. So it's something to think about. And like I said, this is, I was engaged in the conversation the smallest bit today in the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's channel, but she brings up a lot of different things. It's not all polarizing content. It's just a tiny aspect of what she does in her live streams, which you can see can go on for a couple of hours. There's Mark from Little Ridge Farm right there. Actually, I forgot about that. We're looking right at it, and I forgot about it. But she's got all kinds of different interesting guests on her channel all the time. There's different aspects. Like I said, there's devotional. She will inspire us in a spiritual way. It's all positive on this channel, but she does just bring up issues that are out there that her audience may not have already been well versed in, like, hey, here's what's going on in the news this week, kind of thing, right? And I think it's really cool, and I've really enjoyed the last couple of times being in there, just because I believe the impression that I get is that Susan and I just happen to be aligned in a few ideas when it comes to some of these issues and things like that. But The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. Not to mention, she's out supporting other creators all the time. And what I'm talking about is when I'm trying to be out in different premieres and live streams supporting other creators, I find the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch out there supporting them as well, as we do with a lot of creators here in the Tuber Chat family, for which I'm grateful. Odom's Homestead, good to see you in the house. I'm just getting them onto the wheel, and now I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels because I know my speeches have been very much like my speeches. Is probably the best way I could put that. Lengthy. So, if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. First Floor Audio is up right now. This is Lee from the UK. He's a music producer. What you're going to find compelling on this channel, I'm sure, is the idea that, in my opinion, and I've been in the music business for a long time, my whole adult life actually, when I meet different music producers, I find that they typically tend to stick to a genre or two. Whereas First Floor Audio seems to be incredibly diverse. Not only can he perform and produce, he can also sing, and he does it all the time. He did another Tuber Chat what should I say? He did another stint on Tuber Chat. I don't know how to put that. When I was in the live stream the other night in here. And he's done that before. One time I came into his live stream and he just did, he's in the middle of performing and just starts singing about Tuber Chat for 3 minutes. It was the funniest thing. But hopefully everybody will enjoy that, and you can find Lee either producing or performing or singing. He sometimes has people with him either on StreamYard panel or in other ways, and then all of his music is available on the channel, of course. And he has a series here called Radio 1FA. These are live streams where he typically runs a compilation of his music so you can hear all the different diverse styles all at once. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. He is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Has been for a long time. He also happens to be from the UK. Thank you for the tweet, John H. Shelton. He always tweets for us. Anybody who tweets or retweets for Tuber Chat gets added into a special Twitter list that we have, and it's called Tuber Chat Stars, and it just is a place where you can go and meet what I believe is now over 150 different people that are here in the Tuber Chat family and active on Twitter and willing to share for others. So the idea is if you can make some friendships with those creators over there, you'll likely find some extra traffic coming into your channel and your videos from Twitter, which is a great thing also. Portal to the Paranormal, PTTP. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. John H. Shelton is up right now. This creator opened up their second channel, but John H. Shelton, I talked about this earlier, they happen to be a Godzilla fan, but on their channel you're going to find filmmaking, vlogging, photography, creative writing, poetry, music, and everything in between, including channel shoutouts. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. John H. Shelton is another long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I think he's been with us about 2.5 years as well. I'm just going to take the latest video and put this into my catch-up list. We'll get an idea of what he expects for the future of his channel. And then when we look at, is this the second channel that you're talking about? John H. Shelton, he's got another channel that he started. I thought he reopened the, he had another channel. But I see what he's done is started a new channel. So again, like always, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your latest 10-minute video here, put it in my watch later list. That'll give me a chance after the live stream today to watch that video in full. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on as I do for all creators. And that will make our connection stick. And I know he's got the notification bell on because he has for probably 2.5 years. John H. Shelton is somebody you see in here frequently. So, if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat today, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I'll appreciate it greatly. KY Prepper 5, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Bullock Experience is going to be up in 3 minutes. All right, we're back, and we're about to look at the Bullock Experience. I did just step away for a quick second there. Hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. And, pardon me, I did say the Bullock Experience, right? Kelly Bullock has been here for a while. He's actually got 2 channels now. And the Bullock Experience is going to bring us fishing first, particularly catfishing. He does a lot of live streaming, but the conversation there involves StreamYard panels, and that conversation can go just about anywhere. Once it starts, as you can imagine, as most live streams do, but the Bullock Experience, like I said, starts with fishing. So you can see they stream frequently, usually a couple times a week. Here they are here. We've caught them a couple of times as well. And sometimes it's a StreamYard panel, but sometimes he's literally out fishing, which is great. Shorts videos, I just want to see how these are doing. Pardon me. These have gotten into the now thousands of views, which is great. And then videos, I thought I might be behind, but I'm not doing too badly right now. We'll see if he's going to come up with new videos shortly. Now, the Bullock Experience has been with us a long time, so this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, working on 1,100 subscribers now. But I'm going to show you another channel, Gaming Experience with Kelly. And this is where we get some video gameplay from the same creator behind the Bullock Experience. It's good to see that shorts video already is moving 500,000 views, which is great. I'm going to take the latest video here and put this into my catch-up list, though, so I can stay caught up here. He's got 39 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as they can for each other, everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So thank you again. The Bullock Experience, like I said, he's been a good friend for a long time. He's somebody who engages conversation. I see him out supporting other channels all the time as well. And now we've got 2 channels to connect with this creator through, which is great. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get to Rosalind Brinson. We'll see what they've got going on. If I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Rosalind Brinson is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Thank you, Coffee Walks and whatever. They came in just as we started that break, actually. Rosalind Brinson's been a member for a little while now. So I'm just going to read their About page, though, because this is a channel I'm still getting to know. Bead artist, daughter, caregiver, businesswoman. The host of the Electric Experience. So this will be interesting to learn about. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them here. Caregiving, creative spaces, finance, relationships, and more. So it looks like a lot of positivity here. I'm just going to take their latest video. I shared this out, but I haven't seen it yet. And I put this in my catch-up list. When I do shares, when I do community post sharing here on TuberChat, I do them in advance. And we share 8 to 10 times a day, often for members and super chatters, but also for other creators in the Tuber Chat community who've been making, let's say, frequent appearances or engaging a lot of conversation and stuff like that. So like everything else, I try to mix things up between everybody so it doesn't have to be just super chatters and members and moderators and things like that. So Rosalind Brinson has 95 subscribers right now, very close to that first 100. Like I keep saying, we know that the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we all do as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, passing that first 100 and far beyond all the time. As well, Roadhog, I've got you on the wheel. Thank you for coming in. They are going to show us how to refurbish and bring new life out of things that otherwise might have been passed on. Some live streams here from Rosalind Brinson as well. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. I'm not sure if I caught one of these or if it was a replay. I hope I'll catch another. It's been a month at least, but they're here with us frequently in Tuber Chat as well, so obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Pardon me. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Woman Outdoors is coming up. She's in Erie, Pennsylvania, or in the area. And that's only about, I think, 3 hours from me, right? We talked about that. And I happen to live in Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, but Woman Outdoors shares climate with me, basically, and what that means is they get to bring us all 4 seasons: the extreme cold, the extreme heat, the sun, the wind, the rain, everything in between. We get, summer, autumn, winter and spring from this creator. So almost 1,200 subscribers right now. I've got my notifications on for this premiere that's coming up in a couple of days on Friday, and hopefully I'll catch that. Now, Woman Outdoors is bringing us camping, product reviews, a lot lately actually, cooking, fishing, bushcraft, and more outdoor activities. Sometimes I'll look around, and stories to be told always, but she really takes us to some interesting places, and particularly when we talk about camping. Cooking, of course, comes along with that. But some shorts videos here are now starting to get close to the thousands of views, which is great. Live streams are something that's frequent also. She's going to do a live stream on Saturday, if I get the date. No, sorry, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow she's going to do a live stream. I'm in the Eastern time zone with her, so that's 10 a.m. But I've got my notification on for that as well, so hopefully I'll catch that also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Woman Outdoors. She's another creator who's out not only in premieres and live streams supporting other creators in the chat, but also on a lot of StreamYard panels, helping other creators as well. And the reason why I say helping is because I think that's another generous thing to be able to do, is share content with other creators on their StreamYard panels. So hopefully everybody will enjoy what you find on Woman Outdoors channel and what you find on other channels when you see her there as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Let's spin. I'm going to try to start moving it. I know I said that at least 3 times today, but we're going to move it. We've been on almost 2 hours. We've still got another hour we can stay up until. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More will start his live stream in about 10 minutes if I'm right. And then we'll go and raid him after Tuber Chat today, but he'll give us opportunity to meet more friends and family members because he's a member and a moderator, and all of our moderators allow people to meet the same way that we do here in their premieres and live streams. Like we saw from Scratch and Pete PA yesterday, he premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail for over 2 years with perfect consistency now. And he's got a wild live stream that runs even faster than this one when we talk about the chat. It's very fast-paced and high energy. Pardon me. So Trish the Natural is up. This creator is here with us just about every day as well, but they are also out supporting other creators. They bring us natural hair care more than anything else. They do get into other subjects like wigs, weaves, and other types of beauty and tips and tricks, tutorials, and products that we might enjoy. But one of the things I like talking about this particular channel is just the professional image and branding that's given here, because these bright, bold headshots make this creator recognizable, especially when you see what I'm going to do right now and roll over one of the videos. The thumbnail is an accurate depiction of what we're going to get when we get into the channel. Obviously a dynamic creator, and you see that even though each thumbnail gets a different, let's say, color scheme or template, this creator is bringing a professional look to everything they've done, and they've been doing this since the beginning. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Trish the Natural is also, like I said, out supporting other creators all the time, engaging conversation. They got 716 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 800 we know that they're thinking about. Pardon me. Oh, my voice is gonna last the next hour, but I'm very much thankful now that we did the stream today instead of tomorrow, because we can hear it's going to take another 2 days to get up to speed. It improves like 1% per day. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is up right now. Now, this is the creator who's going to be starting his live stream in about 10 minutes. Yeah, he hasn't moved the time. So probably in about 10 minutes for now, he's going to start this live stream. He does a lot of Q&As, and this is where we get a chance to get to know Sam and talk about his channel. In his videos, he brings a lot of train videos, as you would expect. I'm embarrassingly behind with him right now, so I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I'm going to go through all my moderators' channels and make sure that I'm caught up with all their videos in the next couple of days before we get to the anniversary show, which will be on the weekend. I might still move it to Sunday. It's listed as Saturday right now, but it will be one of the 2 days. I'm just trying to make sure we've got as much availability as possible with different creators that I know want to be there. and that's 3 years now, if you could believe it. Sam's Logs Trains and More has been there for over 2.5 years of that time. And now has been a member and a moderator for well over 2 years. It could be almost 2.5 years now. So he brings a lot of train videos. And that can be of the trains themselves or the stations they depart from. He might be indoors or outdoors taking a look around or giving us a story to be told. He might be taking a trip, or he might be giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels. And Sam's Logs Trains and More does a lot more in between these train videos as well. So vlogs, obviously, of different types. He might do unboxings, product reviews, and a lot of live streaming like what we're going to see. He's going to start, like I said, in 10 minutes, but we're going to go and raid afterwards. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like to. And he's got almost 1,800 subscribers now. I just want to see how his shorts are doing before I flip over to the live streams. He's getting into the thousands of views now, which is great. And then live streams. Sometimes he does these Q&As, but sometimes he does games as well in the chat, like trivia. And that might be a combination of what he's going to do today. So we'll see when we get there. I've got my notification on, but like I said, we're going to go and raid in a little while as well. He's going to be starting in 10 minutes, so anybody can hop over any time. Pardon me. And then next up is going to be Odom's Homestead, who came in not too long ago. That's the thing about the wheel. We never know how long it's going to take once you get onto the wheel, for how long it's going to take to get onto the screen. If I didn't already say it a moment ago, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Odom's Homestead, when we look at this channel, we see more garden updates more than anything else. Now, this is another channel that's out supporting others all the time. I see a lot more of, I see them out almost every day, I think, in different premieres and especially live streams. Now, as far as videos, I can see now I'm falling behind again. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. In fairness, they're posting frequently, several times a week, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up. I'm going to hit their shorts videos, and we see that these now are starting to cross 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. And then when we get into live streams, they've got one coming up tomorrow night. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it's night for me, but you can get your notification on for that there and get the right time here. But hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and hopefully I'll catch that. I should be able to be there for that one. It'll be the first time, maybe ever. Is it ever? Yeah, first time I will be catching you for a live stream. They're working on 1,200 subscribers, halfway on the road. We always say you're officially on a road when you're approaching a 100 milestone. So they're halfway on the road to 1,200. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up for today's live stream, we're doing great. We've got 85 right now, but they really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly, and even I have to be reminded to give those thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. You know, sometimes you get into a premiere or a live stream, you get captivated either by the content or the conversation in the chat, and just need that friendly reminder. That's why we do it for each other so much, so I appreciate that as well. Oh, pardon me, is that... Oh, Butler Family Farm, are you talking about swapping playlists? Forgive me, because if you're not, I like to do this. I like to, get into... I miss everything in the chat, and then I go and I look at one thing. I think I know what everybody's talking about, and then I'm wrong. But when we're talking about playlists, for instance, so you look at Nez Lover that I've got on the screen here, and you see that I've gone through a couple of their videos. I could have either watched or run these, right? You see this red line. So here's the thing. It would take an unreasonable amount of testing to be able to figure out the truth about whether you can run people's videos more than once in a certain amount of time or not. But myself and a lot of my friends, some of you have heard these stories, have done a lot of this experimenting. Two Pineapples has helped out with this. A lot of our moderators have helped out. Christian Nomad is somebody who's been involved in this as well. And the idea is that as long as those red lines are still there, it's not going to count. Now, if you clear your cache or change your browser history to try to get rid of the red line, I don't believe that that's going to trick the YouTube algorithm into thinking that you didn't already see that video, because they catch everything that we do, right? It's documented in code in the background. And no matter how many times I say this, as smart as we think the YouTube algorithm is, it's smarter, right? And even when I say that, it's smarter than we think it is. But I would rather see everybody spend the same amount of time looking for a new person to swap playlists with than swapping playlists with the same person again, whether it's 45 days or 90 days or a year down the road. If the red lines are still there, I just don't run things twice. I just don't. I mean, I'll go back and watch another video, or I'll go and accidentally run different things or whatever. But when we talk about swapping playlists, because I do it as well, I don't run the same playlist if the red lines are still there. We just don't. So if it's more than one time in 45 days, says Butler Family Farm. So that's the best, newest information that we have so far. It might be possible to run somebody's videos within 45 days and have it count. But again, I always push everybody just to meet more people. But of course, my alternative agenda, if you want to call it that, is to fuse friendships together here, or try to entice people to make new friendships, because that's the magic of what happens here. As you gain friendships with other creators, you're going to find them favoring you, and then your watch hours are really going to skyrocket, because you're going to have true friends that are actually interested in not only your content but your YouTube journey and channel, and they want to help you, right? So they'll catch more of what you want to see. And as weeks and months go on, more and more people are watching more and more of your stuff, while you're also gaining organic viewers, which will occasionally watch whatever they can or want to, right? So this is where it helps, but that's why every single friend matters, right? What I talk about often, not lately, is what if you had 100 true friends on YouTube? And I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers. I mean 100 true friends that would do as much as they could for you to try to help you in your YouTube journey, as hopefully you're going to do for them. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world? And wouldn't your channel just literally explode, right? That's what we're talking about. But when you think about how long it takes to make 100 friends, it's really not that long when you start listening to, especially to me, talk about, having been here for years, lots of the friendships that have built over months. I start telling stories about things I've learned about creators, and that takes time. But when you think about making 100 true friends, you're never going to have to worry about your channel ever again. I promise you that. We see it all the time. Anybody that wants to get monetized gets monetized. It's just the way it is. 999 out of 1,000 channels that want to get monetized get there. The only way that they don't is if possibly they cut corners, or YouTube can make mistakes about different things, but it doesn't happen often. So almost everybody that wants to get monetized gets there. It just takes a little bit of time, right? Or a lot of bit of time. And then, forgive my long speech again. So Nez Lover's up here with almost 2,700 subscribers now. They're working on the road to 2,700. And Nez Lover is still a channel that I'm going through with content. So let's just see what they're doing. They're talking about a lot of storytelling here. And I've got to take the time to watch a couple of videos from this channel. So I'm going to grab something that's recent. I'm going to grab this 6-minute video, and this is just an unboxing, but I just want to get another aspect of what you're doing on the channel. Nez Lover's actually been here many times before, but let's hit the shorts and see how they're doing here. Lots of these over 1,000, or getting over 1,000 now, and then one of them's even getting close to the thousands, which is great. And live streaming is something that's frequent also. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I think, was that rerun, or did I catch you for this one? I feel like I might have run that, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then Nez Lover, somebody I also see out supporting other creators as well. And then Portal to the Paranormal is asking what's the best way to get. Are you talking about possibly subscribers or watch hours. I know you can't use the word subscribers in the chat here. Forgive me, if you want to reword that, I'll try to keep an eye out for that. Portal to the Paranormal. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody has the ability to share the stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then, forgive me, Portal to the Paranormal. So I'm not sure if you mean watch hours. So, watch hours happen naturally. There's one thing that we do here. It's the one thing we can literally, legitimately do to speed things up. And pardon me, the Bud Files, I've got you on the wheel now. And I did see you come in. Luckily, they're longtime friends, so they won't mind my quick introduction. And then Yellow Shirt Dad is up on the screen. We're going to talk about this channel in a second. When we talk about watch hours, one of the things we can do is swap playlists with each other. So it's a simple arrangement where you're agreeing to run an entire playlist of somebody else's videos, and they're agreeing to run an entire playlist of yours. Now, since you're talking about running it, you don't necessarily have to sit and watch every single second of every video. So it's an easy thing to do. And you could do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out. Or on another monitor if you have one, or on another device if you have one of those, or something like that. And you can imagine that over time, if you get a lot of different people to run an entire playlist for you, your watch hours are really going to stack up. But it's the friendships that are made with those creators after you've traded favors with someone. That's where the magic happens, because over a long period of time, they're going to continue to favor you and watch most of what you're going to come out with. You might come out with another 50 or 100 videos this year. They're going to watch most of it, right? That's where your watch hours are really going to start to grow exponentially. So this is why I push it so much here on Tuber Chat. I don't interfere. I don't facilitate. We just talk about it because I know that it works and it helps what I want to do here, which is fuse friendships between creators. I don't even get involved in that. The idea is I'm just here to talk while the live stream is running and put channels on the screen, which I enjoy doing. There's reason for that as well. But the magic happens in the friendships that are built in the chat. That's why this is just another growth stream. There's hundreds of them out there. But on this particular one, friendships are the focus, if you want to put it that way. And swapping playlists is a great way to make that happen. So it's just an idea. And then Yellow Shirt Dad is up right now. This is a creator that brings fun into all of our lives. His channel seems to be made for that purpose. Now, this is a creator who's also collaborating with others. We see him now making appearances on other channels as well. But one of the things he brings us is a joke of the day. So it's something that can bring a smile, and I'm always happy to have a channel that wants to bring positivity or laughter, of course, in the Tuber Chat family. So Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody who just found us a few months ago. It's getting on quite a few months, but let's say a few months ago. But instantly was out supporting everybody like crazy. And I love seeing that. And now that I mention it, you'll likely see Yellow Shirt Dad. If you haven't already seen them many times before, you'll likely see them everywhere. And 764 subscribers. Now, he's got a few more videos on the channel, usually outdoors, taking us for a look around and a story to be told. But the joke of the day comes out pretty much every day. So I've got the latest one to watch here. And then live streams might be an idea for the future, because he's been hopping in on a lot of other people's live streams. And then shorts videos, he's already got a few of these getting into the thousands of views, which is great. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push him towards the 800 subscribers that he's thinking about. And I'm always happy to see creators, supporting each other so much. We'll see Yellow Shirt Dad in all kinds of live stream and premiere live chats as well. Let's spin the wheel. Roadhog is coming up. And Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Roadhog, pardon me. Oh, the Xeophobic 73 channel. Good to see you here. That's another longtime friend. Pardon me. We're going to make it for the next hour, but I got to remember to keep this going. So when we look for Roadhog, we want to make sure YouTube knows we're looking for a channel. For me, it comes up fairly quickly. You see it's number 2 for me. But our search results, yours and mine, might be different. Part of the YouTube search results are based on geographics, because YouTube's trying to predict what we might be looking for. That's why, like, if you're in North America, most of the channels that are suggested to you are going to be from North America. If you're in the UK, it might be the same over there. You know, we don't often get recommended to channels that, you know, we have to look at and say, like, why would you recommend this to me? Because it's nowhere near what I'm looking for. It can happen, but just not as often as things that are a little more relevant. So when we look at Roadhog, when we see channels that have popular names like this, that's what makes it more important that we search, find, and click on each other. It's the reason, the main reason why we don't do a lot of link drops here. When we search, find, and click on each other's names, we're helping each other in the YouTube algorithm and recommendation system, so that eventually, as more and more people search, find, and click on us, we'll rise up the search results, if this makes sense. And then YouTube will do a better job over time of predicting when people are looking for this particular Roadhog or whatever channel it is we're looking for. The best way we can make sure we've got the right channel is I'll tell you how many subscribers they have most of the time, which is 373 right now, and you can match the avatar that they've got here as well to make sure you've got the right channel, just in case there's more than one named Roadhog, right? Now, this creator is got an interesting about page, because they just say everything in their videos was found in the trash. And what they mean by that is that they're bringing new life into a lot of things that might have otherwise been either passed on or passed along or discarded, right? So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. A lot of refurbishing on the channel, and I see now they're getting into even more shorts videos. So these are approaching a couple thousand views, which is great. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. That's a nice looking video with a lot of money on there. A lot of singles in a pile there. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Venom for Life, good to see you in the house. I know you've been here, like, I think the whole stream, but thank you for being here and coming in. I'm not sure if I said hello earlier. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I did say I was going to start moving it, because Sam's Vlogs Trains and More should already be on. And then we're going to go and raid his channel after a while. Cricket 208 is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I got to make an adjustment on my wheel here. I'm going to get Cricket 208 ready to go, and then I'm going to adjust something, because I had to reset the wheel. I accidentally blew it apart the other day. Not every online service do I like to log in with Google or Facebook or these other things, so I hadn't done it before. And on the last live stream, I clicked something and I wiped out the whole wheel. And it's a headache, because you can't get it back. You hit reverse or the back button or whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't do anything. So you can save it. Now I've logged in to save it, so that won't happen again. We'll be able to at least get the wheel back, if not the names. But one of the things that I did, you can see there's a lot of options on this. This is wheelofnames.com, by the way. There is this box here called Animate Winning Entry, and that's just making it take an extra 2 or 3 seconds every time I get to a channel, so I'm going to start skipping that now. Cricket 208 has 110 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Thank you, Venom for Life. They've been a friend for a long time, since basically the beginning of Superchat. It's over 2.5 years now. But thank you for being here. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I always talk about that, or as often as I can if I remember while I'm thinking about it, because I want you to understand how much creators can be loyal and dedicated as supporters to literally, you can see the future now. You can hear it in the stories that I tell, talking about creators that have been with me now personally, or with us for 3 years, and possibly even with me for longer, that if you're starting your YouTube journey and you're just within the first year or two, there are creators you've met now that will probably still be with you 2, 3, and even 4, 5, and 6 years down the road, maybe even longer, as you hear from my stories, like I said. So, Venom for Life has been with me for at least 2.5 years, could be longer. And then Cricket 208 is here. So this is a channel I'm still getting to know. Let's look at their shorts videos, because these are prominent on the front page here. We see that these have cracked 1,000 views now, which is great. That will likely continue when we get into their videos. I'm just going to take the latest one that they've got. Actually, I'm going to take the second latest just because it's a couple of extra minutes, a little bit longer than the latest one. Quail and why we call them Guidos. Interesting. And then I'm just going to hit the About page for a quick second. And random content, nature, cats, dogs, birds, life, maybe some reactions and random content. They do crochet, tend to their flowers, and painted rock gardens, as well as they make bowls for magazines, if that makes sense. So I have a lot to learn on this channel, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Cricket208, like I said, has 110 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. And then, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is coming up right now. This is another longtime friend. When we talk about ASMR, we know that this is a popular category on YouTube, but what Natalie Nicole ASMR is going to bring us is relaxing content and mix up the visuals and the audio for us in the video. So 274 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. They bring us live streams, or they did at least for a while. We'll see if they're going to pick these back up. Lots of shorts videos, and these have gotten now into almost the thousands of views, which is great. That will likely continue, as you hear me keep saying. The more you keep building a catalog of content, whether it's videos, streams, or shorts, the more they're going to continue to grow and grow and grow. We've got a few channels in the Tuber Chat family, like the J. Jordan is a great example of somebody who's posting tons and tons and tons of content, but some of that stuff is really flying. He's got lots and lots of shorts that are consistently growing, well over 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, beyond I think even 20,000 views now. And you see in the views the ramp all the way up. That can happen for everybody, right? Mitchy Boo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's Mitchell and Dahl with a second channel. Pardon me. And that's Natalie Nicole's ASMR, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. We saw conspiracy music earlier, so I'm going to spin the wheel again. I noticed that Garden State Gardener's still in the chat, and I just want to mention one more time. The other day on his Sunday Fun Day live stream, Nora the Stock Explorer, who's a member and moderator here, and myself joined Garden State Gardener on their channel on their live stream. I haven't done a lot of panels this season. I thought I was going to do more, and I promise I keep letting everything get in the way. But we were able to be there just for about 20 minutes, but it was a pretty informative show, and we had fun talking to Joe and his co-host. So I hope everybody will go back and check that out. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, I don't think I actually said hello to you today in the chat, so forgive me for that, but I did put you on the wheel. We got that channel up here right now. Sarah's Happy Hives, good to see you in the house. And Connection of Lives and Interest 2020 was actually recently featured on Tuber Chat. Today's featured channel is... pardon me, Holly's Adventures. And then I'm sorry to hear that, Connection of Lives and Interest 2020, but thank you. That is a creator that shares unbelievably for a lot of creators, a very generous creator when it comes to support. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them and to Corner Clubhouse Cobalt that we've got on the screen right now. And it's my pleasure, Joe. Joe has been a friend for a long time. He's done more shout-out videos for more creators than I think anybody I've met on YouTube in 6 years now, but he's even done at least 5 videos just for Tuber Chat, not including that live stream. Not to mention, I know he talks about it all the time, so we do the same thing here because his live stream is very his community is exploding, but his live stream is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is up here right now. This is a creator that is either streaming or on people's streams, I think, almost every single day. There he is with BeltLoop29. And other familiar faces in a lot of these live streams just on their channel, but I see them on other channels all the time as well. Now, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt has got some shorts here. Let's see what they got going on. These are starting to cross over 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. And then videos, we'll see if they're going to come up with new content shortly, but live streams have been happening frequently, several times a week, as you can see. And look at some of these panels, right? Getting into like 8 or 9 guests, it looks like. This is another incredibly supportive creator. They have been for a long time. And then when we get to their About page, they literally are just opening up a platform where we can talk about anything cultural, including food, travel, mental health. Friendships can be made here. That's kind of the purpose. And then a lot of friendly conversation. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. We'd love to push this creator towards the 1,200 subscribers that they're thinking about. And, Easy How Family. Thank you, Bitchy Boo. I know there's a 20-minute time limit on the chat, so for anybody that, you know, is in the process of waiting that out, I do appreciate your patience. I promise you that tool that YouTube has given us, while it may be frustrating the first time coming through, is a godsend when it comes to the idea of spamming and trolling and things like that. That's why you see, forgive me, fingers crossed, you see virtually none of that here. First of all, we have talented moderators that have been at this literally for years now, but as well, those couple of features really relieve a lot of the pressure. So very much useful, if nothing else. Cruising Scene, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Not sure if I said hello earlier. And then Butler Family Farm is up right now. This is a creator. Now, I didn't talk about them earlier, but I did mention that we have a lot of homesteading channels now in the Tuber Chat family. It just makes up a small portion of, you know, the overall community, but we do have an abundant number of channels that would consider themselves in the homesteading, farming, ranching, gardening, maybe even outdoor camping, cooking, bushcraft, fishing group of channels. The reason why I put these channels together when I talk about them here is because the creators behind these channels seem to have a common nature in their personalities in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and others, if that makes sense. So Butler Family Farm is one channel that we didn't quite talk about it, but I mentioned we've got homesteading channels anywhere from people living in apartments like myself to people with properties up to what here is 116 acres, which I think is the biggest property that I know of in the Tuber Chat family. Not that it matters, but it's interesting to see the diverse collection of content and different perspectives when it comes to these homesteading activities, because it's very different, right? I think Butler Family Farm, did you not have a livestock cam on the other day? Yeah, there it is. Baby goats go live. That was really cool. I just wanted to encourage that because we talked about it earlier when Lark's Homesteadish was up. But I was saying that sometimes we have channels that have livestock of different types or pets, even fish tanks and things like that. And I think there's a big audience out there over time, if it makes sense for your channel to have that as content. But I got a few friends that have channels where they put some livestock on screen, and we've seen their channels grow pretty quickly. But Butler Family Farm was able to show us some of that. You can see lots of StreamYard panels here with lots of familiar faces here. Again, now, Butler Family Farm is out supporting other creators, but they'll let you know what they're doing on their channel. You see they have a herd of cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as some pets, dogs and cats. And then they give us activities outside of the farming, including bowling, woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, and gardening, and then travel when they can. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to take their latest video, put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up, make sure I don't fall behind. I'm going to spin the wheel again. And Butler Family Farm is another incredibly supportive creator. First of all, here in Tuber Chat, they're a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I see them out supporting others all the time as well. And to Chicken, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Corrine's life is coming up in 3 minutes. Alright, we're back and looking at Corrine's life. This is a creator who has been a dear friend for a long time, a fellow Canadian from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and she is a member and a moderator. So on her channel, she brings content that literally encompasses everything that is Corrine's life. So it could be vlogs of different types, especially. We talk about hauls, shopping videos, product reviews, travel, cooking videos, and then as well, this creator happens to be a small business owner. Some of you have seen some of her merchandise, including the mug that I'm holding in my hand right here. And she prints everything from shirts to hats to vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, just about anything that can be printed. So it's wonderful that we have a creator like this that can give us a behind the scenes look at how that merchandise is made. and be used as a resource when it comes time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her, and she's now working on 2,200 subscribers, obviously monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. T-Dub, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to look at her shorts for a quick second, because she was really killing it. Yeah, so she's got a few getting into the thousands of views, one over 7,000 views, but one over 77,000 views here. So she's really doing great, but she's been working on shorts and really putting a lot of consideration into that as well. T-Dub's here for the first time, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Corrine's Life originally, I think, introduced us to Sam's Logs, Trains and More, which is where we're going right after Tuber Chat in another half hour or so. We'll go over and see Sam. He's doing a live stream right now, and he's been on for a while, but he'll be on for a while longer as well. He'll allow you to meet more friends and family members, and all of our moderators will, including Corrine's Life, in their premieres and live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Thank you, everybody, for all these thumbs up, by the way. We're doing spectacularly at 96 right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. Thank you for anybody that's had to step out. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream. And I know we've got a couple of friends who might be running the stream in the background, like Jaden, and a couple other friends as well. Donut Toys and Games once in a while is here, so thank you for that. Mom of 4 Boys is here with 1,260 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,300 they're thinking about. We see a lot of shorts on the front of their channel. Now, this channel I find compelling for a specific reason. There are a lot of cooking channels, cooking videos on YouTube, and I said it on Garden State Gardener's channel the other day, because he actually talked about doing some cooking videos. But I think there's always going to be room for more videos, more content. The reason why is because food is something we all have in common. You know, I'm assuming the average person's going to eat a minimum of 3 times a day. Maybe not those on, you know, keto-based lifestyles and diets and things like that. Like we have an abundant number of channels in the Tuber Chat family now. But you know what I mean. And the idea is, I think, you know, like all of history, we're always going to be looking for new, interesting recipes, interesting new ways of doing things. And Mama 4 Boys is interesting because I find a lot of what they're making on their channel to be traditional. I happen to be in North America and Canada, and I recognize a lot of the things they're doing. But this is really cool because they show us a lot of different things that could possibly be purchased from a grocery store in the frozen section, like in a box or a bag or something like that. And they show us how we can make some of this stuff at home for ourselves. One that comes to mind is mac and cheese, or another one is a hamburger helper video that they did, homemade pan pizza, for instance, and lots of different things you'll see on the channel. So they got tons and tons and tons of content here, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've done a couple lately. They used to do a bunch of these. We'll see if they're going to continue this. There's a group of creators. We're starting to see a lot of familiar faces on a few channels because StreamYard's got that new system where you can stream and everybody on the panel can have the same stream go out to their channels as well. We're seeing a lot of that build up now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Mama 4 Boys. We want to push them towards the 1,300 subscribers they're thinking about. They're another incredibly supportive channel that's both here in Tuber Chat all the time, as well as out supporting others every time I'm out trying to support others myself. I run into them constantly. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up right now. They're going to help us with our finances, and I'm really happy to have a few financial channels here in the Tuber Chat family as well, because monetization is probably on the minds of 99% of creators here in the Tuber Chat family. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if, pardon me, if we could maximize the impact of the income or revenue that's going to come from that monetization, right? Lisa J Stocks is going to help us with the investing part of that more than anything else, and they're going to teach us a lot of the terminology when we talk about dividends, when we talk about dollar cost averaging, and talking about different financial products, right? And I believe everybody can use a lot of financial information. Probably, my opinion would be that everybody needs as much as they could possibly get. The reason why is because even if you're not somebody who's going to invest directly in stocks, it's important to understand the different aspects of them so that you're always making an educated decision to not invest in that particular product if you're going to go somewhere else, whether it's crypto, whether it's mutual funds, which really is stocks in a roundabout sort of way. You have to learn about that better from Lisa J Stocks than I can describe. But there's lots of different ways to invest. You can invest in yourself, you can invest in precious metals, you can invest in safer things, some of the things that the banks might have, paper assets and things like that. There's lots of different aspects to this, but I'm very grateful that we have a few channels that are going to help us with this, and a lot of them talk about budgeting and really maximizing that impact, not just the technical aspects of investing. So Lisa J Stocks is also an incredibly supportive creator, and this is really cool. I'm interested to see this video, building my passive income portfolio. For that reason, I'm actually going to put this in my watch later list. The reason why is this is a video I don't want to miss, just the way she's going to probably describe this here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy this channel and this creator's support. I know you will after you connect with them. 386 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 400 we know they must be thinking about. Pardon me, I'm just going to spin the wheel again. Pardon me. And Scratch and PPA is coming up right now. Walking Purpose, Monica Miles, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scratch and PPA is very much known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. And he has got an interesting channel because he posts with perfect consistency over more than 2 years now. Every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, he puts out a video as a premiere, which is called the Scratch Challenge series of videos. He happens to be a fellow Canadian, actually. But this creator gives an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits two tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres on Tuesday, you're going to see one of the fastest rolling chats you've seen in the Tuber Chat family. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer or Garden State Gardener. And hopefully you'll be able to catch him. Some of us actually text each other and set alarms on our phones to make sure we don't miss these things. But like I said, over 2 years of perfect consistency, and presentation's always been at the forefront of his mind. You can see his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails for each week's video, and his banner's updated every week. But you'll notice also in the thumbnails there's a hint here to let you know that there are giveaways in his videos, something I haven't talked about enough, but actually he does it all the time. He's only put out one short so far, but I'm expecting more of those at some point. And then Scratch and PPA as well, like I said, is going to have a very fast-paced and high-energy chat during his premieres. A big part of the reason for that, or one of the reasons, is because of the unbelievable support he gives to other creators. He is the reason why I use the words "seems to be everywhere all the time" to describe both him and a few other creators now, because he literally seems to be everywhere. When you bounce yourself between premieres, live streams, you're going to run into him constantly. If you don't already know Scratch and PPA, you will after I mention it now, and you'll start seeing him everywhere. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He's got 1,600 subscribers right now. We'd love to get him moving towards the 1,700 he's going to be thinking about any time now. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If you can imagine somebody literally supporting you over 500 times, getting close to 600 now, is Scratch and Pete PA. He's been with us almost from the beginning, and we're getting on our 3rd year anniversary this weekend. It's listed as Saturday right now. There is a small chance that I'm going to move it to Sunday, but we're going to do it this weekend for sure. But that's 3 years just on this channel. 564 live streams so far, if you can imagine it. Scratch and PPA has been here for almost every one of them. The only exception is he was here, I forget if it's in the within the first 30 videos or something, first 30 live streams, something like that. But he was getting his internet fixed one day. That's the only one that he missed since finding Tuber Chat. He supports everything that I do, everywhere I go, every channel that I touch. So hopefully everybody will connect with him and you'll get some of that support coming back to you as well. Smallholder Homestead, look at that luck. You just came in a few minutes ago and I've got you up on the screen already. We never know what the wheel is going to do. So 329 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. I see your second latest video is a little bit longer than the latest one, so I'm going to take that one and put it in my catch-up list so I can get caught up a little bit here. This is a large family, obviously, with 8 children, right? Now, one of the things I find compelling about this channel is the family togetherness, the encouragement that is given to especially the younger members of the family. Now, when we get into the videos, we see that they post frequently here. I just want to see how the shorts are doing. These have gotten now into thousands of views for many of them, and now getting close to 10,000 views. So hopefully that will continue. I'm sure it will. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Smallholder Homestead is another channel that I see out supporting others all the time when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. I'm going to drop a link in another few minutes for Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. He's got a live stream that's on right now. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator here as well as a member. But we're going to go over there and raid, and he will allow us to continue meeting friends and family members the same way that we have been here, as he always does. All of our moderators allow that during their premieres and live streams. M&T Living and Cooking is up on the screen right now. I'm going to get Canadian Family Life on the wheel. And I'll add another channel shortly from our chat list based on who's been most active, of course, like always. M&T Living and Cooking is getting very close to their 1,000 subscribers. It's an important milestone, obviously, in all of our YouTube journeys. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to take a cruise video from them, day 2 of their cruise. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. Now, actually, M&T Living and Cooking tells us they're going to bring us family-friendly content, anything from cooking, fishing, RC cars, as well as family fun time outdoors, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Obviously, they're taking us out on an adventure with this video, but I've got that to keep caught up with. They live stream frequently as well. I wish I caught that live stream with the cruise as well. We've got a lot of cruising content coming into the Tuber Chat family lately. M&T Living and Cooking are also out supporting other creators all the time. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them frequently. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. Now, one of the things I just want to mention as a hint for anybody that, like, even if you're not new to Tuber Chat, is that the way that the wheel and the screen work is you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen, but it takes a very long time. Today is like another record stream, right? It's taken what seems like the whole stream. But I just added Canadian Family Life onto the wheel. I'm going to get another channel on shortly. I have a robot in the background. I'm going to show it to you before we talk about Cali King 916 here. This is called Botissimo. It's a robot, and I know you recognize the name because it drops messages in the chat like Nightbot. But this is a service I use, a paid service, but I really do enjoy it. I use it on every channel that I run and or that I own. This robot keeps a list of how active everybody's been in the chat, and this is where I go when it's time for me to pick names to put onto the wheel when I need them, based on who's been most active. It depends on conversation, right? So hopefully that makes sense. The more you conversate truly with other creators, the faster you get up to the wheel. 1,900 subscribers now for Cali King 916. He comes from Sacramento, California, and gives us a real world look around his area, and a lot of live streams from this creator. I just want to see the shorts for a second. These are getting into over a couple thousand views, which is great, but this creator streams all the time. I just caught them yesterday, and then I've caught them frequently for live streams. They stream all the time, but they're giving us literally a real world look at Sacramento, California, and they're an incredibly supportive creator. I mentioned this about Yellow Shirt Dad earlier, but Cali King 916 is another creator who came into the Tuber Chat family. I feel like it's almost a year now. It could be that they've been with us, and forgive me for not remembering for sure. This is what happens, and hopefully you take inspiration from that. But Cali King 916 came into the Tuber Chat family, and instantly, it was like that day, I started seeing them out supporting other creators all the time in different premieres and live streams. So I wish for you to get that support coming back to you. So I hope you'll connect with them. We'll push them towards the 2,000 subscribers that they're now thinking about. Jedi Cameron is somebody who's been with us a long time. They used to be known as Hyper Blitz. They changed their name a while back, but Jedi Cameron is how we've known them for a long time. They bring more video gameplay for us, a few talking head videos, including live streams, but they post frequently. So let's just look at the shorts, because they've got them prominently on their front page here. We see that these are starting to cross over a couple thousand views, which is great. Lots of live streams. We see they just did one, and they've been doing them just about every day, every other day. And when we get into the videos, we see lots more video gameplay here more than anything else. So I'm just going to take their latest Fortnite with a Star Wars update. That's interesting. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up with their latest video. They post frequently. Pardon me while I try to keep the voice going here. She Stole My Thunder is a fellow Canadian from the Montreal area. They review books, art, and movies on their channel. They actually do a lot more than that, but that's the focus. Sometimes we catch them, they're literally reading, or they might be telling us a story. They also happen to be a photographer, for those of you who actually use or have come across Flickr, which is a very popular photo site. You'll notice that they've got, well, I think, I forget if it's thousands, over 1,000 videos. Let's look for a quick second here. I'm going to show you their Flickr. It's listed, where is it listed here? Oh, I'm mistaken. Hundreds of thousands of photos on their channel. Hundreds. So we're getting into 193, almost 200,000 videos. But you can catch that from the link on their About page or their banner here. A bit of variety, they tell us, on their channel. Now, one of the things that they're doing as well is helping us. So one of the live streams they did recently was show us how to make a thumbnail with a popular website and app called Canva, which we talk about once in a while here as well. But She Stole My Thunder is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I hope you'll connect with them so you can get some of that support coming back to you as well. They are always warm and welcoming on their channel, especially during their live streams, but they post frequently, as we can see. So I've got their latest video. I put it in my catch-up list so I can get caught up. I'm just spinning the wheel, so we'll get another channel up on the screen in a moment. And, pardon me, Catelynn is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. And I did say I was going to drop the link for Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and more, so it's time for me to do that. Anybody can hop over there anytime. He's already live, and he's a member and a moderator here. He will allow everybody to continue meeting more friends and family members over there, and I'll pin that link so we can get to it easily. Catelynn, let's see what they've got going on their channel. Oracle readings is what they want to bring us. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they got 459 subscribers right now. We want to push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. I'm going to take one of their latest videos. These are quite short, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that. I want to see what they're doing with shorts videos. These have now crossed over 1,000 views, so that will likely continue. And then live streams are something that they seem to be doing about once a week. So maybe that will continue also. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Canva is something even on, now, not that I want to self-promote, but on my personal channel, I did a couple of tutorials over there. They're very long-winded. They are not clear and concise or anything like that. But I did use that. Now, I happen to be a Photoshop guy and have been for a long time. So I use Canva more for inspiration than anything else. But absolutely, in a pinch, I would use it. What Canva's great for is they have seeming unlimited number of templates where you're literally just walking in, changing the photo, changing the title, possibly changing the colors, and you got a thumbnail in minutes. And that could be on the app, which is on tablets and phones, or the website, and it's literally free. They have paid versions, but that is a company that's really taking the idea of free seriously. It's not like the companies that give you a 7-day trial or give us your credit card and we'll try it. No, Canva is absolutely free. And then if you're getting to use a lot of their stuff frequently and you feel like it's worth it, you can think about paying for a more professional version. But it's really cool. And I absolutely have used it several times, and I absolutely will continue to endorse it and use it as well. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, thank you for being there. They happen to be a member, so I put them on the wheel right away. And let's spin. We'll get Makeup Mom and Son onto the screen in a second here. She is another creator who, first of all, is a dear friend, but happens also to be a moderator and a gold member. As a gold member, what that means is that we see this channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, like that right there. And her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we've seen. Now, Makeup Mom and Son started with beauty and continues that today, but she's actually brought a lot of variety onto the channel. Jedi Cameron, I like what you're doing with your thumbnails, because over a long period of time, when you have your green borders and your icon like that, you're going to draw in second and third views from creators. Because when somebody's looking for something, let's say a Fortnite video, they're just typing in Fortnite Star Wars, let's say. If they've already seen one of your videos that they've liked, they're going to recognize that green thumbnail right away. Now, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong or good. I don't really do reviews here, but that can pay off in the long term. So I do different things on different channels. When I have a variety channel, every video gets its own thumbnail regardless of the look of the entire channel. When I have a channel that's extremely focused, that channel gets every single thumbnail almost identical. The only exception would be a photo change or color change. And the examples that you see here are in our copyright-free music channel. Every video gets a similar thumbnail. It's actually just taken right out of the videos over there. But Superchat is almost exactly the same. Color change, photo change, because we feature a different channel on our thumbnails. But you see that as well. And thumbnails are something that can really help. It is an important aspect to work on when you can. It's a priority, let's just say. Don't worry about it now. If, you know, the most important thing is to be producing content. But when you think about the list of things you can improve, it all takes time. But if thumbnails are a thing, then Canva, like we're talking about, is something that can really help. I think these might be a couple of Canva templates right here that Makeup Mom and Son is using. She's used a couple, I'm sure. Now, Makeup Mom and Son brings us beauty. That's how she started, but she's actually gotten into a lot more. So she started with a lot of beauty, get ready with me type videos, a lot of live streaming, and subscription boxes, like those monthly subscriptions, like FabFitFun or BoxyCharm, a lot of us have heard of. She's really moved into a lot of other content because she's constantly thinking about how to bring new entertainment to her audience. Even though they might be enjoying these subscription boxes, she just changes up the subscriptions. So here, she's got a snack box that's come up. She does other kinds of things all the time. Lots of product reviews. And she does really well with series. This is somebody who gets involved in Vlogmas, gets involved in Halloween, and Makeup Mom and Son also continues with the beauty. Now, she's also done well with shorts. She's got one of these that's at 37,000 views. And then she continues to make a lot of these. Live streams are something she used to do frequently. She expects to bring those back. So we'll keep an eye on the channel and see. But she has a lot of StreamYard panels, and she hops in on a lot of StreamYard panels as well. I've joined her a couple times on her channel, as well as interviews where I've been interviewed on her channel, and she's interviewed a lot of other creators as well. So she is constantly thinking about her audience. Now I'm going to show you another channel from Makeup Mom and Son as well. Catelynn Plays It. Keep in mind, she's a moderator, so she's going to be willing to allow and encourage creators to meet each other in the premieres and live streams. Catelynn Plays It is a channel belonging to the son of Makeup Mom and Son, so obviously help from Mom here, but we've got some shorts videos, we've got more product reviews, and some video gameplay on this channel. We want to encourage this young creator by pushing them a little bit farther towards their first 100. They're sitting at 45 subscribers right now, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to both of these channels. Thank you, Smallholder Homestead. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. And I'll drop the link again for Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Anybody can hop over there anytime because he's already live. And we will roll over there after with a live redirect. And we'll go over there after Tuber Chat. Foxy's Friends is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Foxy's Friends is a channel dedicated to memorializing Foxy Mama, who is the star of the show. You see them in all the thumbnails here, of course, right? So they've got some shorts videos, but they put out another couple of videos, I think it was last week, actually. And these are starting to get almost 5,000 views, which is great. When we look at the videos, they put out a few just a couple weeks ago there, like I was talking about. And then subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. Foxy's Friends is another channel that's, first of all, here in Tuber Chat just about instantly. As many mistakes as anybody, maybe even more. I might have looked at Makeup Mom and Son twice. I don't think so today. I think I mentioned her when she came in, but I don't think I had the channel up. I could be mistaken. Sometimes I forget because we've got some creators, even like Jamie Hart herself, is here so frequently that I might be confused as to whether I've got somebody on. The other thing too is it's possible during my copying and pasting from the wheel to accidentally delete a channel. I don't think I've done that today. I don't do it frequently, but it's happened, right? Jamie Hart's still on the wheel. Dutchfly61 is a channel we featured not too long ago. And what do you wonder if you're talking about if the stream's buffering? Hopefully not. The internet here is not perfect, but it should be good. And then Dutchfly61 is a channel we featured recently, a skywatching channel. These channels, these videos, pardon me, come out occasionally, so we'll keep an eye on the channel and see more as they continue. But this channel is already over 1,000 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,100 that they're thinking about. So I'm on the I'm on the best internet, in my opinion, that we can get in Canada. I'm on like where I am today is the Rogers fiber optic 5G good stuff, right? But it should pick up again if it's having a problem for a second. Until it goes offline, we'll just assume that we're still on. Day One Adventures, we'll see what they've got going on as well. And Day One Adventures, once in a while the internet flickers. Rushing Wind Mountain is still here. I'm going to put this channel onto the wheel. And then Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Let's get the raid ready. Just in case. Day One Adventures has 500 subscribers, 505 actually. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're going to be thinking about. I'm just going to grab their latest video. They're taking us out for what looks like, well, another adventure. A lot of travel on the channel, but they talk about events, movies, food, and other things as well. When we get to the About page, we see they're in Wilmington, Delaware, near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting enjoy the variety in videos that they've got here and connecting to the channel. But Day One Adventures is another creator who's out supporting others all the time. I've run into them countless times in other premieres and live streams. So they have gotten over 2,000 views now, and even over 3,000 views on their shorts. That's likely going to continue. Hopefully they'll keep posting in the way that they do. That will likely continue to grow, as it does for all creators. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up, by the way. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. Give Sam's Vlogs Trains More a thumbs up on the way in. And we're almost at 100. We're at 97 right now. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is a brand new channel to Tuber Chat today, actually, but they just grabbed a membership as well, so they're already put on the wheel. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of their videos here. I'm going to take this 18-minute one. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this healthy journey, their health journey update video. I'll leave a genuine, meaningful comment. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make the connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on so they don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Let's get that channel up on the screen. Jen is an incredibly supportive creator, not just here in Tuber Chat, but basically every channel that I own, and everywhere that I go, I see this channel in the chats for premieres and live streams, supporting others, always engaging conversation, bringing fun and a little bit of comedy, actually, at times, everywhere that they go. I'm going to hit their shorts videos and see how these are doing for a second here, because these have started to get into the thousands of views, but one's halfway to 5,000 now, which is great. As well, live streams are something that they do frequently, and she's always got something going on. There's a lot of homesteading activities here. They could be indoors or outdoors, but there's a lot of family togetherness over here as well. And occasionally, often actually, you'll see Jen with a guitar in hand, and that's always a fun aspect to the channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up and make sure I don't fall behind. I'm going to spin the wheel. It happens, Jamie Hart. It's possible. Scratch and PPA has almost... I don't know if he's ever actually been last, but Scratch and PPA is here for every live stream from beginning to end, and it's been over 2.5 hours many times. The other day, I think it got